Business applications of business analytics. This unit looks at the business applications of data analytics within several functional areas of the firm, including marketing/social media, accounting/finance, operations, and human resources. The unit begins with an overview of marketing research applications and specifically those applications supporting customer social media advertising and response tracking. The unit then focuses on the variety of data analytics applications encountered in accounting and finance, including auditing applications and financial services. Next, we look at applications in supply chain, manufacturing, and service operations. The unit concludes with a survey of applications in human resources, including predictive analytics for manpower planning. This topic focuses on the application of data analytics in marketing research and social media analytics. The topic begins with an overview of marketing research and the use of primary and secondary data sources, including marketing research surveys to identify customer segments and preferences. Next, we focus on the disruption caused by social media-based marketing and the tremendous benefit of social media analytics for guiding social media investments. The topic concludes with a discussion of best practices and pitfalls in the application of marketing data analytics. Market research, definition, research types, and best practices. What is market research? Market research is the practice of gathering information about the needs and preferences of your target audience, potential consumers of your product. When you understand how your target consumer feels and behaves, you can then take steps to meet their needs and mitigate the risk of an experience gap, where there is a shortfall between what a consumer expects you to deliver and what you actually deliver. Market research can also help you keep abreast of what your competitors are offering, which in turn will affect what your customers expect from you. Market research connects with every aspect of a business, including brand, product, customer service, marketing, and sales. Market research generally focuses on understanding the consumer, current customers, past customers, non-customers, influencers. The company, product or service design, promotion, pricing, placement, service, sales. The competitors, and how their market offerings interact in the market environment. The industry overall, whether it's growing or moving in a certain direction. Free ebook, The 4 AI Categories Shaping Market Research. Why is market research important? A successful business relies on understanding what they dislike, what they need, and what messaging they will respond to. Businesses also need to understand their competition to identify opportunities to differentiate their products and services from other companies. Today's business leaders face an endless stream of decisions around target markets, pricing, promotion, distribution channels, and product features and benefits. They must account for all the factors involved, and there are market research studies and methodologies strategically designed to capture meaningful data to inform every choice. It can be a daunting task. Market research allows companies to make data-driven decisions to drive growth and innovation. What happens when you don't do market research? Without market research, business decisions are based at best on past consumer behavior, economic indicators, or at worst, on gut feel. Decisions are made in a bubble without thought to what the competition is doing. An important aim of market research is to remove subjective opinions when making business decisions. As a brand, you are there to serve your customers, not personal preferences within the company. You are far more likely to be successful if you know the difference, and market research will help make sure your decisions are insight-driven. Market research, in-house or outsourced. Traditionally, there have been specialist market researchers who are very good at what they do, and businesses have been reliant on their ability to do it. Market research specialists will always be an important part of the industry, as most brands are limited by their internal capacity, expertise, and budgets and need to outsource at least some aspects of the work. However, the market research external agency model has meant that brands struggled to keep up with the pace of change. Their customers would suffer because their needs were not being wholly met with point-in-time market research. Businesses looking to conduct market research have to tackle many questions. Who are my consumers, and how should I segment and prioritize them? What are they looking for within my category? How much are they buying, and what are their purchase triggers, barriers, and buying habits? Will my marketing and communications efforts resonate? Is my brand healthy? What product features matter most? Is my product or service ready for launch? Are my pricing and packaging plans optimized? They all need to be answered, but many businesses have found the process of data collection daunting, time-consuming, and expensive. The hardest battle is often knowing where to begin, and short-term demands have often taken priority over longer-term projects that require patience to offer return on investment. Today, however, the industry is making huge strides, driven by quickening product cycles, tighter competition, and business imperatives around more data-driven decision-making. With the emergence of simple, easy-to-use tools, some degree of in-house market research is now seen as essential, with fewer excuses not to use data to inform your decisions. With greater accessibility to such software, everyone can be an expert regardless of level or experience. How is this possible? The art of research hasn't gone away. It is still a complex job, and the volume of data that needs to be analyzed is huge. However, with the right tools and support, sophisticated research can look very simple, allowing you to focus on taking action on what matters. If you're not yet using technology to augment your in-house market research, now is the time to start. Market research in the age of data. The most successful brands rely on multiple sources of data to inform their strategy and decision-making, from their marketing segmentation to the product features they develop to comments on social media. In fact, there's tools out there that use machine learning and AI to automate the tracking of what people are saying about your brand across all sites. The emergence of newer and more sophisticated tools and platforms gives brands access to more data sources than ever and how the data is analyzed and used to make decisions. This also increases the speed at which they operate, with minimal lead time allowing brands to be responsive to business conditions and take an agile approach to improvements and opportunities. Expert partners have an important role in getting the best data, particularly giving access to additional market research know-how, helping you find respondents, fielding surveys, and reporting on results. How do you measure success? Business activities are usually measured on how well they deliver return on investment, ROI. Since market research doesn't generate any revenue directly, its success has to be measured by looking at the positive outcomes it drives, happier customers, a healthier brand, and so on. When changes to your products or your marketing strategy are made as a result of your market research findings, you can compare on a before and after basis to see if the knowledge you acted on has delivered value. Regardless of the function you work within, understanding the consumer is the goal of any market research. To do this, we have to understand what their needs are in order to effectively meet them. If we do that, we are more likely to drive customer satisfaction and, in turn, increase customer retention. Several metrics and KPIs are used to gauge the success of decisions made from market research results, including brand awareness within the target market, new users, share of wallet, CST customer satisfaction, NPS Net Promoter Score. When to use market research. You can use market research for almost anything related to your current customers, potential customer base, or target market. If you want to find something out from your target audience, it's likely market research is the answer. Here are a few of the most common uses. Buyer segmentation and profiling.
Profiling. Buyer segmentation and profiling. Segmentation is a popular technique that separates your target market according to key characteristics, such as behavior, demographic information, and social attitudes. Segmentation allows you to create relevant content for your different segments, ideally helping you to better connect with all of them. Buyer personas are profiles of fictional customers, with real attributes. Buyer personas help you develop products and communications that are right for your different audiences, and can also guide your decision-making process. Buyer personas capture the key characteristics of your customer segments, along with meaningful insights about what they want or need from you. They provide a powerful reminder of consumer attitudes when developing a product or service, a marketing campaign, or a new brand direction. By understanding your buyers and potential customers, including their motivations, needs, and pain points, you can optimize everything from your marketing communications to your products to make sure the right people get the relevant content, at the right time, and via the right channel. Attitudes and usage surveys. Attitude and usage research helps you to grow your brand by providing a detailed understanding of consumers. It helps you understand how consumers use certain products and why, what their needs are, what their preferences are, and what their pain points are. It helps you to find gaps in the market, anticipate future category needs, identify barriers to entry, and build accurate go-to-market strategies and business plans. Marketing strategy. Effective market research is a crucial tool for developing an effective marketing strategy, a company's plan for how they will promote their products. It helps marketers look like rock stars by helping them understand the target market to avoid mistakes, stay on message, and predict customer needs. It's marketing's job to leverage relevant data to reach the best possible solution based on the research available. Then, they can implement the solution, modify the solution, and successfully deliver that solution to the market. Product development. You can conduct market research into how a select group of consumers use and perceive your product, from how they use it through to what they like and dislike about it. Evaluating your strengths and weaknesses early on allows you to focus resources on ideas with the most potential and to gear your product or service design to a specific market. Chobani's yogurt pouches are a product optimized through great market research. Using product concept testing, a form of market research, Chobani identified that packaging could negatively impact consumer purchase decisions. The brand made a subtle change, ensuring the item satisfied the needs of consumers. This ability to constantly refine its products for customer needs and preferences has helped Chobani become Australia's #1 yogurt brand and increase market share. Pricing decisions. Market research provides businesses with insights to guide pricing decisions too. One of the most powerful tools available to market researchers is CONJ ointment analysis, a form of market research study that uses choice modeling to help brands identify the perfect set of features and price for customers. Another useful tool is the Gabor-Granger method, which helps you identify the highest price consumers are willing to pay for a given product or service. Brand tracking studies. A company's brand is one of its most important assets. But unlike other metrics like product sales, it's not a tangible measure you can simply pull from your system. Regular market research that tracks consumer perceptions of your brand allows you to monitor and optimize your brand strategy in real time, then respond to consumer feedback to help maintain or build your brand with your target customers. Advertising and communications testing. Advertising campaigns can be expensive, and without pre-testing, they carry risk of falling flat with your target audience. By testing your campaigns, Whether it's the message or the creative, you can understand how consumers respond to your communications before you deploy them, so you can make changes in response to consumer feedback before you go live. Finder, which is one of the world's fastest growing online comparison websites, is an example of a brand using market research to inject some analytical rigor into the business. Fueled by great market research, the business lifted brand awareness by 23%, boosted NPS by 8 points, and scored record profits, all within 10 weeks. Competitive analysis. Another key part of developing the right product and communications is understanding your main competitors and how consumers perceive them. You may have looked at their websites and tried out their product or service, but unless you know how consumers perceive them, you won't have an accurate view of where you stack up in comparison. Understanding their position in the market allows you to identify the strengths you can exploit, as well as any weaknesses you can address to help you compete better. Types of market research. Although there are many types of market research, all methods can be sorted into one of two categories: primary and secondary. Primary research. Primary research is market research data that you collect yourself. This is raw data collected through a range of different means, surveys, focus groups, observation, and interviews being among the most popular. Pros. Primary information is fresh, unused data, giving you a perspective that is current or perhaps extra confidence when confirming hypotheses you already had. It can also be very targeted to your exact needs. Primary information can be extremely valuable. Tools for collecting primary information are increasingly sophisticated and the market is growing rapidly. Cons. Historically, conducting market research in-house has been a daunting concept for brands because they don't quite know where to begin, or how to handle vast volumes of data. Now, the emergence of technology has meant that brands have access to simple, easy-to-use tools to help with exactly that problem. As a result, brands are more confident about their own projects and data, with the added benefit of seeing the insights emerge in real time. Secondary research. Secondary research is the use of data that has already been collected, analyzed, and published. Typically, it's data you don't own and that hasn't been conducted with your business specifically in mind, although there are forms of internal secondary data like old reports or figures from past financial years that come from within your business. Secondary research can be used to support the use of primary research. Pros. Secondary research can be beneficial to small businesses because it is sometimes easier to obtain, often through research companies. Although the rise of primary research tools are challenging this trend by allowing businesses to conduct their own market research more cheaply, secondary research is often a cheaper alternative for businesses who need to spend money carefully. Some forms of secondary research have been described as lean market research because they are fast and pragmatic, building on what's already there. Cons. Because it's not specific to your business, secondary research may be less relevant, and you'll need to be careful to make sure it applies to your exact research question. It may also not be owned, which means your competitors and other parties also have access to it. Primary or secondary research, which to choose? Both primary and secondary research have their advantages, but they are often best used when paired together, giving you the confidence to act knowing that the hypothesis you have is robust. Secondary research is sometimes preferred because there is a misunderstanding of the feasibility of primary research. Thanks to advances in technology, brands have far greater accessibility to primary research, but this isn't always known. Different types of primary research. If you've decided to gather your own primary information, there are many different data collection methods that you may consider. For example, customer surveys. Focus groups. Observation. Interview. Think carefully about what you're trying to accomplish before picking the data collection method you're going to use. Each one has its pros and cons. Asking someone a simple, multiple-choice survey question will generate a different type of data than you might obtain with an in-depth interview. Determine if your primary research is exploratory or specific, and if you'll need qualitative research, quantitative research, or both. Qualitative vs. quantitative. Another way of categorizing different types of market research is according to whether they are qualitative or quantitative. Qualitative research. Qualitative research is the collection of data that is non-numerical in nature. It summarizes and infers, rather than pinpoints an exact truth. It is exploratory and can lead to the generation of a hypothesis. Market research techniques that would gather qualitative data include interviews, face-to-face/telephone, focus groups, open-ended survey questions. Researchers use these types of market research technique because they can add more depth to the data. So for example, in focus groups or interviews, rather than being limited to yes or no for a certain question, you can start to understand why someone might feel a certain way. Quantitative research. Quantitative research is the collection of data that is numerical in nature. It is much more black and white in comparison to qualitative data, although you need to make sure there is a representative sample if you want the results to be reflective of reality. Quantitative researchers often start with a hypothesis and then collect data which can be used to determine whether empirical evidence to support that hypothesis exists. Quantitative research methods include polls, questionnaires, surveys, review scores, exploratory and specific research. Exploratory research is the approach to take if you don't know what you don't know. It can give you broad insights about your customers, product, brand, and market. If you want to answer a specific question, then you'll be conducting specific research. Exploratory. This research is general and open-ended, and typically involves lengthy interviews with an individual or small focus group. Specific. This research is often used to solve a problem identified in exploratory research. It involves more structured, formal interviews. Exploratory primary research is generally conducted by collecting qualitative data. Specific research usually finds its insights through quantitative data. How to do market research, primary data. Primary research can be qualitative or quantitative, large-scale, or focused and specific. You'll carry it out using methods like surveys, which can be used for both qualitative and quantitative studies, focus groups, observation of consumer behavior, interviews, or online tools. Step 1. Identify your research topic. Research topics could include product features, product or service launch, understanding a new target audience, or updating an existing audience, brand identity, marketing campaign concepts, customer experience. Step 2. Draft a research hypothesis. A hypothesis is the assumption you're starting out with. Since you can disprove a negative much more easily than prove a positive, a hypothesis is a negative statement such as price has no effect on brand perception. Step 3. Determine which research methods are most effective. Your choice of methods depends on budget, time constraints, and the type of question you're trying to answer. You could combine surveys, interviews, and focus groups to get a mix of qualitative and quantitative data. Step 4. Determine how you will collect and analyze your data. Primary research can generate a huge amount of data, and when the goal is to uncover actionable insight, it can be difficult to know where to begin or what to pay attention to. The rise in brands taking their market research and data analysis in-house has coincided with the rise of technology simplifying the process. These tools pull through large volumes of data and outline significant information that will help you make the most important decisions. Step 5. Conduct your research. This is how you can run your research using Qualtrics Core XM. Pre-launch. Here you want to ensure that the survey/other research methods conform to the project specifications, what you want to achieve/research. Soft launch. Collect a small fraction of the total data before you fully launch. This means you can check that everything is working as it should and you can correct any data quality issues. Full launch. You've done the hard work to get to this point. If you're using a tool, you can sit back and relax, or if you get curious you can check on the data in your account. Review your data for any issues or low-quality responses. You may need to remove this in order not to impact the analysis of the data. A helping hand. If you are missing the skills, capacity, or inclination to manage your research internally, Qualtrics Research Services can help. From design, to writing the survey based on your needs, to help with survey programming, to handling the reporting, Research Services acts as an extension of the team and can help wherever necessary. How to do secondary market research. Secondary market research can be taken from a variety of places. Some data is completely free to access, other information could end up costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. There are 3 broad categories of secondary research sources. Public sources. These sources are accessible to anyone who asks for them. They include census data, market statistics, library catalogs, university libraries and more. Other organizations may also put out free data from time to time with the goal of advancing a cause, or catching people's attention. Internal sources. Sometimes the most valuable sources of data already exist somewhere within your organization. Internal sources can be preferable for secondary research on account of their price, free, and unique findings. Since internal sources are not accessible by competitors, using them can provide a distinct competitive advantage. Commercial sources. If you have money for it, the easiest way to acquire secondary market research is to simply buy it from private companies. Many organizations exist for the sole purpose of doing market research and can provide reliable, in-depth, industry-specific reports. No matter where your research is coming from, it is important to ensure that the source is reputable and reliable so you can be confident in the conclusions you draw from it. How do you know if a source is reliable? Use established and well-known research publishers, such as the XM Institute, Forrester, and McKinsey. Government websites also publish research and this is free of charge. By taking the information directly from the source, rather than a third party, you are minimizing the risk of the data being misinterpreted and the message or insights being acted on out of context. How to apply secondary research. The purpose and application of secondary research will vary depending on your circumstances. Often, secondary research is used to support primary research and therefore give you greater confidence in your conclusions. However, there may be circumstances that prevent this, such as the time frame and budget of the project. Keep an open mind when collecting all the relevant research so that there isn't any collection bias. Then begin analyzing the conclusions formed to see if any trends start to appear. This will help you to draw a consensus from the secondary research overall. Communicating your market research findings. Market research success is defined by the impact it has on your business's success. Make sure it's not discarded or ignored by communicating your findings effectively. Here are some tips on how to do it. Less is more. Preface your market research report with executive summaries that highlight your key discoveries and their implications. Lead with the basic information, share the top 4 to 5 recommendations in bullet point form, rather than requiring your readers to go through pages of analysis and data. Model the impact, provide examples and model the impact of any changes you put in place based on your findings. Show, don't tell, add illustrative examples that relate directly to the research findings and emphasize specific points. Speed is of the essence. Make data available in real time so it can be rapidly incorporated into strategies and acted upon to maximize value. Work with experts. Make sure you've access to a dedicated team of experts ready to help you design and launch successful projects. Social media analytics, the complete guide. Social media analytics isn't just about counting likes or tracking followers. It's about turning raw data into real insight, so you can understand what's working, what's not, and what to do next. Done well, social media analytics gives you a clearer picture of your audience, your content performance, and your brand's impact across channels. It helps you answer key questions: which posts drive purchases? Which platforms are worth the investment? What content resonates with Gen Z but falls flat with boomers? It's essential to think through the fundamentals of social media analytics, understand how to avoid common pitfalls, and learn how to use benchmarks, tools, and trends to make smarter decisions. Whether you're building a strategy from scratch or fine-tuning an existing one, this guide will help you use analytics to work smarter and drive better results. What are social media analytics? Social media analytics are the process of collecting, measuring, and analyzing data from social platforms to understand how your content and brand are performing. It helps marketers go beyond guesswork, giving them the insight they need to make smarter decisions, reach the right audiences, and optimize their strategy over time. At its core, social media analytics answers essential questions like: are we reaching the right people? What types of content perform best? How do our results compare to past performance or to industry standards? Most platforms offer native analytics tools like Instagram Insights, TikTok Analytics, or Facebook Page Insights. These are helpful for surface-level data, but they often limit your view to one platform at a time and don't show how performance connects across your broader social strategy. That's where unified social media analytics platforms come in. They aggregate data from all your social channels in one place, giving you a holistic view of brand performance, ideally with AI-powered insights, customizable dashboards, and benchmarking capabilities. Instead of manually comparing screenshots or spreadsheets, you get centralized, actionable insights that help you understand what's working and what to do next. In short, social media analytics is about understanding, not merely reporting on what happened and subsequently using that understanding to drive real results. How to understand social media analytics. Understanding social media analytics starts with knowing which metrics matter, along with what they're actually telling you. The most effective social media teams interpret key numbers in the context of specific goals and KPIs. Here's a breakdown of the most common categories of metrics, and how to read them. Engagement metrics. Likes, comments, shares, saves, video views, and clicks all fall under engagement. These metrics reflect how your audience is interacting with your content. What to watch for: look at engagement rates, interactions divided by reach or impressions, to understand which content actually resonates. What it can tell you: content quality, audience interest, and creative effectiveness. Reach and impressions. Reach shows how many unique users saw your content, while impressions count total views, including repeats. What to watch for: spikes in reach often signal broader visibility, but low engagement on high-reach posts might mean the content isn't connecting. What it can tell you: visibility, timing effectiveness, platform performance. Conversion metrics. Depending on your goals, this might include clicks to your website, form fills, downloads, purchases, or other measurable outcomes. What to watch for: track conversions against both impressions and clicks to understand your funnel. What it can tell you: campaign ROI, audience intent, message alignment. Sentiment and brand mentions. Sentiment analysis shows how people feel about your brand based on their comments and messages, while brand mentions track how often your brand is being talked about. What to watch for: monitor sentiment trends and spikes in mentions to identify emerging brand perceptions or potential issues. What it can tell you: brand health, customer satisfaction, content tone impact. Tailor your analysis to your goals. Different goals require different analysis lenses. If you're trying to build awareness, reach and impressions will be more important than conversions. If your focus is loyalty or community, prioritize engagement rates and sentiment. If ROI is the priority, dig into conversions and cost per click. Start by defining what success looks like for your team, and then align your metrics to that vision. Over time, patterns will emerge: the types of posts that consistently drive interaction, the times of day your audience is most active, the platforms that deliver the best ROI. That's where the real value of social media analytics comes in. Not just in the numbers, but in what you learn from them. Business impact of social media analytics. When used effectively, social media analytics can serve as a decision-making engine that informs every aspect of your marketing strategy. It helps teams move faster, get closer to their audience, and improve performance across the board. Here are 4 high-impact ways social media analytics drives real business results. 1. Smarter audience targeting. Analytics reveals who's engaging with your content, when they're active, and what they care about, going far beyond basic demographics. You can segment audiences by platform, region, sentiment, or behavior to tailor campaigns more effectively. Want to get even more specific? Amplify's unified social media analytics platform brings all your audience data into one view, allowing you to act quickly and fine-tune targeting with confidence. 2. Better campaign performance. From day one of a campaign, analytics can help you track performance in real time. Not just by surface-level numbers, but by how each piece of content contributes to your goals. You'll know which formats are underperforming, what messages are sticking, and how to optimize spend or strategy before it's too late. For more on performance tracking across channels, see why a unified data and analytics is a must-have. 3. More strategic content planning. The best content calendars are built on data. Analytics helps you identify top-performing topics, formats, and trends, so you can plan content your audience is more likely to engage with, rather than relying on guesswork. It also highlights gaps or fatigue in your strategy so you can stay ahead of shifts in audience behavior. Plan out all your social media highlights for the rest of 2025 with our free social media calendar. Get our must-have 2025 social media content calendar. 4. Proactive customer care. By analyzing incoming messages, comments, and brand mentions, you can uncover service trends, frequently asked questions, and emerging issues before they escalate. Social media analytics helps your care team move from reactive to proactive, improving both customer satisfaction and efficiency. Learn how your team can bridge social marketing and customer care in our survey-backed report, 2025 Social Customer Care Trends, What Consumers Expect Now. Social media analytics doesn't just tell you what happened. It tells you what to do next. And that's what turns data into results. How to find the right social media analytics tools. Not all social media analytics tools are created equal. Some offer basic reporting on a single platform. Others provide a deeper, more comprehensive view across your entire social ecosystem, helping you move from reactive to strategic. When evaluating social media analytics tools, look for capabilities that go beyond surface-level metrics. The right platform should empower your team to analyze, benchmark, and act, all in one place. Key capabilities to look for. Cross-platform integration. You need to see performance across all your channels, not just in isolation. Look for tools that combine organic and paid data across Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and others into one unified view. Historical tracking and trend analysis. The ability to compare performance over time is crucial for understanding what's improving, what's plateauing, and when strategic shifts are needed. Benchmarking against competitors and industry norms. It's not enough to know how you're performing. You also need to know how that compares to others. A strong tool should let you benchmark performance across regions, verticals, and brand sizes. Visual dashboards and customizable reports. Look for a clean, intuitive interface that makes it easy to present data to stakeholders, not just parse it internally. Bonus points for report automation and export flexibility. AI-generated insights and recommendations. Speed matters. Social media analytics tools that offer AI-powered summaries, trend alerts, and auto-generated reports can save hours of manual work while surfacing key takeaways faster. Quick checklist: what to ask when evaluating analytics tools. If the answer to most of those questions isn't yes, it may be time to upgrade your approach. The right tool will do more than merely provide you with data. It'll help you understand it, share it, and then act on it with confidence. Avoiding common social media analytics mistakes. Social media analytics can be incredibly powerful, but only if you're using it the right way. Many teams collect data but fail to translate it into real strategic value. Here are 4 of the most common mistakes to avoid if you want your analytics to drive real impact. Mistake number 1: chasing vanity metrics over business outcomes. It's easy to get excited about highlight counts or viral posts, but metrics like likes, impressions, and follower growth only matter if they support your broader goals. A post with 10,000 views but no link clicks, saves, or conversions may be less valuable than one with 500 views and a 10% click-through rate. Always ask, what action are we hoping this content drives, and are we measuring that? Mistake number 2: ignoring audience segmentation. Not all audiences behave the same, and treating them as one group will dilute your results. Generational preferences, for instance, can dramatically impact what content works. Gen Z responds to humor, interactivity, and quick-hit visual content. Millennials value lifestyle alignment and design aesthetics. Gen X and Boomers tend to prefer clear, informative content and visible customer reviews. Analytics can help you identify these audience-specific patterns. But if you're only looking at averages, you're likely missing what different groups actually want from your brand. Mistake number 3: measuring without benchmarks. Is your 1.5% engagement rate good or bad? Without benchmarks, it's hard to say. Comparing your performance to competitors or industry averages is essential for context, because good, bad, and I guess it'll do are all relative terms. Some of this data can be difficult to figure out, but that's why Amplify provides an annual look at a wide range of industries so you can better understand where you stack up. Remember, for benchmarks, you don't want to compare yourself just to a few lookalike brands. Sample size matters quite a bit. Comparing yourself across your industry peers will do a better job of smoothing out any statistical anomalies and give you the best data for understanding how to evaluate your performance. Mistake number 4, tracking without acting. Collecting data isn't the same as using it. Analytics should inform your content planning, posting cadence, platform prioritization, customer care strategy, and more. If you're generating reports but not changing anything based on what you're learning, you're missing the point. Insight is only valuable if it leads to action. Avoiding these mistakes can help your team shift from reactive reporting to proactive strategy, and that's where analytics really begins to pay off. Final thoughts and next steps. Social media analytics is the key to making smarter, faster, and more effective decisions across your marketing strategy. When you understand what your data is really telling you, you can stop guessing and start planning with confidence. From refining audience targeting to improving content performance, benchmarking results, and elevating customer care, analytics sits at the center of a high-performing social strategy. But it only works if you have the right tools in place, in tandem with a clear process to turn data into action. That's where Amplify can help. With an AI-powered unified social media analytics platform, Amplify brings all your social data into one intuitive platform. Get clear insights across platforms, customize reporting for any team or stakeholder, and uncover what's really driving engagement, conversions, and ROI. This topic focused on the application of data analytics in marketing research and social media analytics. The topic began with an overview of marketing research and the use of primary and secondary data sources including marketing research surveys to identify customer segments and preferences. Next, we focused on the disruption caused by social media-based marketing and the tremendous benefit of social media analytics for guiding social media investments. The topic concluded with a discussion of best practices and pitfalls in the application of marketing data analytics. This topic focuses on the application of data analytics in accounting and financial functional areas. The topic begins with an overview of data analytics in the finance domain and the focus on measuring uncertainty using financial data analytics. Next, we do an overview of data analytics in the accounting with a look at applications in auditing and bankruptcy prediction. Then we look at the need for data analytics skills in accounting careers and educational pathways toward obtaining those skills through degree programs and professional certifications. We then return to financial applications with a focus on applications, tools, and software. The topic concludes with a discussion of 5 ways analytics are transforming the financial services sector. The future of business data analytics and accounting automation. How new professionals can level up their skills and knowledge. The current technological transformation in accounting and taxation shows that companies have a large appetite for increasing complex analytics, even when they cannot adequately perform the basics. EY.com, Solutions to Help You Accelerate Tax Transformation, 2022, https://tinyurl.com/muxxbv4d, 2022. Most companies and governments still spend 80% of their time on data cleansing, which an appropriate machine learning, ML, algorithm can perform in minutes. Thus, the market faces a challenge. Accountants with technical expertise are required to design algorithms capable of reducing the human workload. Traditional accounting and business analytics are insufficient to meet current business needs, Modern data analytics offer businesses in-depth insight into their daily operations. For the public accounting profession to continue to create value in the age of big data analytics and artificial intelligence, AI, a clear vision for the future of digital accounting, taxation, and business data analytics is essential. The number of U.S. students earning accounting degrees has decreased in recent years. According to the 2023 ICPA Trends Report, https://www.nisescpa.org/2023-trends, nearly 47,070 students earned a bachelor's degree in accounting and 18,240 students received a master's degree in accounting in the 2021/22 academic year, representing a significant drop of 7.8% and 6.4%, respectively, from the prior year. Mark Moorer, accounting graduates drop by highest percentage in years. Wall Street Journal, October 12, 2023. https://tinyurl.com/4hdh7jr3. According to Moorer, fewer people are leaving college with a bachelor's or master's in accounting as the shortage worsens. Many students choose their career based solely on the starting salary, but this is no longer sufficient to attract candidates into the profession. Lindsay Ellis and Paul Overberg, Why No One's Going Into Accounting, Wall Street Journal, October 6, 2023. Although accountants might start at lower salaries, they outpace their peers in other business disciplines. Accounting has also always been a path for those who want to become a CEO. Furthermore, accounting is more than just a salary, it is about helping people. It is a noble profession and definitely not boring. Accounting, a noble and exciting profession. Wall Street Journal, 2023, https://tinyurl.com/2ccdn9f6. The value of business data analytics. Michael Perinello, CPA, is a partner at the Benadio Group, a mid-sized accounting firm with offices in New York, Texas, and Vermont that was named among the top 100 public accounting firms in 2020 by Inside Public Accounting. Perinello, 2021, stated that many of the Benadio Group's small to mid-sized clients pushed digital advancements in the past year. Now, the task is to use the new tools while still delivering the service element. It's not just embracing and implementing technology. It's, how are we going to use technology as accounting professionals to help translate trends and opportunities in our clients' businesses, and how is technology going to allow me to better deliver to those who consume my service? M. Perinello, CPA exam changes and what they mean for the accounting profession, 2021. https://tinyurl.com/bumzw7d4. The current declining trend of hiring CPAs is due, at least in part, to a lack of data analytics skills among CPAs. The Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business has responded to changes in the accounting profession by updating its standards. Modern business transformation with the advancement of technology has modified the skills required for accounting students. They require new skills to apply modern analytical techniques in financial modeling, prediction, and data visualization to attract prospective employers. In a recently published paper, Penn State University, PSU, accounting professors Matt Kaufman and Christy Yuthas have created a teaching approach to address these issues. Within the recently developed PSU Accounting Analytics course, students use this approach to learn and then teach others about an advanced function in Excel, a conceptual analytics topic, and how to use a specific analytics tool. Example are Python, SQL, Microsoft Power BI. The authors describe the course's impact as follows. Students end the course feeling confident and become more comfortable with technology and the use of software in their capacity to continue to learn new tools and technologies throughout their careers. Especially student groups that are typically underrepresented in tech jobs. My group mates in an audit course were worried on how to get started on the project because IDEA was a whole new software they've never encountered before, another student said. It was like a wow moment for me when I realized that my attitude towards technology has changed a lot from taking this course, said Yuthas, M. Kaufman and K. Yuthas, Learning Analytics Through Teaching, Journal of Emerging Technologies in Accounting, https://doi.org/10202308/gita-2020-05620021. The value of accounting automation. Ken Kosuke is the Vice President and Head of Global Sales and Business Development at Becker, the professional education company offering CPA exam preparation and continuing professional education. Kosuke, 2020, states that accounting analytics is also important for small businesses. Kenneth Kosuke joins Becker Professional Education as Senior Director, 2020, https://tinyurl.com/5n6nn6 New York. CPAs who learn technology effectively will be able to perform differentiating, value-added activities such as interpreting recommendations from cognitive tools, evaluating analytics, and providing clients with decision-making insights instead of traditional, repetitive tasks such as data entry. In other words, CPAs will be able to identify opportunities for growth or proactively recommend course corrections so that businesses can forestall problems. Moreover, their firms will continue to evolve from compliance-focused accounting firms to problem-solving consulting and advisory firms. Kosuke, 2020. The value of tax automation. Automation requires knowledge of data mining and other data science techniques. These technologies can help CPA firms reduce costs, enter new service areas, analyze large data sets, and report taxes. Tax authorities are increasingly using technology such as AI to handle complex, trillion-entry data sets. Automation substitutes low-value daily tasks and permits skilled tax and accounting professionals to contribute more value in the corporate world. The IRS has already started employing big data when deciding which returns to audit. W. Brink and V. Hansen, using big data to identify tax risk. Tax Advisor, https://tinyurl.com/2p7r8cmc 2018. The IRS creates discriminate analysis functions, trained using data from millions of tax returns, to determine which returns are most likely to be non-compliant. Furthermore, the IRS employs unique data sources, such as social media, to identify tax fraud. Taxpayers themselves can use big data and discriminate analysis functions to determine the tax audit risk for their own returns. Importance of business information. The business information system is a critical tool for all businesses. It monitors profitability, manages inventory and products, improves financial management, and provides accurate business information to banks, investors, and stakeholders. Data can help companies become better at predicting trends and identifying opportunities, as well as stay ahead of their competitors by providing digital data decision insight. The importance of technology to business information results in digital smart applications, improved quality data storage, and faster processing of raw data sets or elements. Impact of digital transformation. Digital tax and accounting functions have become a strategic component of any enterprise transformation. Cloud computing is a significant advancement in emerging accounting technologies. Digital transformation and innovation have been shaping the world accounting by impacting the market demand that will be available. Advances in blockchain, machine learning algorithms, robotic process automation, RPA, and AI technology can handle repetitive tasks and help accountants effectively use their knowledge, skills, and professional judgment. Cloud-based systems require accountants to become proficient enough to offer customers updated financial analysis to stay competitive. With blockchain, accountants must stay current with new software, as well as learn how to update information transfer from ledgers, contracts, and records. Leveling up skills. Accountants and auditors can level up their skills to meet the increasing future demand for technical expertise and data analysis by staying up to date with the latest technologies and trends through continuous learning and professional development programs. This can be done through workshops, webinars, and conferences to gain knowledge and hands-on experience. CPAs should also consider earning advanced degrees or certifications in fields including data analytics, cybersecurity, or forensic accounting. Getting started. The following are some tips from the authors about how to start building their technology knowledge base. Pursue training in data analytics, including courses on data visualization, data mining, and statistical analysis. Knowing how to work with tools like Excel, Python, or data visualization platforms can be very useful. Earn certifications such as the Certified Information Systems Auditor, CISA, or Certified Data Management Professional, CDMP, to demonstrate skills at data analysis and information systems for potential employers. Learn how to use accounting and auditing software, including cloud-based accounting systems, data analytics tools, and audit software. Being able to extract and analyze data is a must. Understand cybersecurity best practices and how to protect financial data. Stay up to date on cybersecurity risks and strategies to prevent breaches. Boost soft skills, including communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and adaptability. These skills are important for analyzing and explaining complex financial information. Collaborate with IT and data analytics professionals within the organization to learn from them and understand technology-related concepts better. Build a network of peers and mentors in the accounting and auditing fields. Networking can provide opportunities to learn, share knowledge, and stay up to date. Acquire hands-on experience by working on data analysis projects and real-world auditing cases that involve technology. Practical experience is invaluable. Explore interdisciplinary fields such as financial technology, fintech, data science, and business intelligence. These areas often overlap with accounting and auditing. Take advantage of online resources like blogs, forums, and educational platforms, example Coursera, edX, LinkedIn Learning, to access a wide range of courses and information. Join professional organizations such as the ICPA or the Institute of Internal Auditors, IIA. They often provide resources and training opportunities. Be open to change and adaptability. The accounting and auditing fields are changing fast, and CPAs must be willing to embrace new technologies and methods. By investing in education, being adaptable, and committing to lifelong learning, CPAs can develop both the technical expertise and data analysis skills that will be needed to keep up with the growing demand for a more technologically advanced and data-driven approach to the profession. Adapting quickly. Technology is a game changer for the accounting and auditing profession in times of crises or rapid changes. Here's how technology can help. Remote work and collaboration. Cloud-based accounting software, virtual meetings, and secure document sharing platforms are essential for maintaining productivity during unexpected disruptions, including the COVID-19 pandemic. Data analysis and insights. Advanced data analytics tools can analyze vast amounts of financial data, allowing professionals to identify patterns, trends, and anomalies. This helps in making informed decisions during turbulent times. Risk assessment and prediction. Artificial intelligence and machine learning can assess financial and operational risks in real time and provide early warnings to help organizations take preventive actions. Fraud detection. Automated tools and AI algorithms can continuously monitor financial transactions, making it easier to detect fraudulent activities. Compliance and regulatory changes. Automated compliance management systems ensure that businesses adhere to evolving standards. Business continuity planning. Technology can help in developing and testing business continuity plans, which are crucial for ensuring that financial operations continue smoothly during crises. Secure data management. Cybersecurity technology safeguards sensitive financial data, protects it from breaches, and ensures the integrity and confidentiality of records. Digital transformation. The adoption of digital technologies can streamline and automate routine accounting and auditing tasks, freeing up professionals to focus on value-added activities, such as advisory and analysis. Virtual audits. Technology enables auditors to conduct virtual audits using digital tools and secure communication channels. This is especially valuable when on-site visits are not feasible. AI-enhanced customer support. Chatbots and AI-powered customer support systems help business provide efficient support and guidance to customers and clients, even during times of high demand. Scalability. Cloud-based accounting and auditing solutions can be easily scaled to accommodate changes in the volume of work, ensuring that professionals can adapt to shifting demands. Data security and privacy. Technology solutions help businesses maintain the security and privacy of financial information, which is crucial during crises when cyber threats often increase. Real-time reporting. Technology allows for real-time financial reporting and data sharing, enabling organizations to make rapid decisions based on accurate and current information. Efficiency and cost savings. Automation and technology-driven processes enhance efficiency and reduce operational costs, which are essential during economic downturns. By embracing and leveraging technology, CPAs can respond effectively to the challenges posed by various crises, while also improving the quality and efficiency of their work. Changing education. To keep up with the changing landscape in accounting, tax, audit, and technology, schools need to change how they teach accounting. Use real-world examples. Teachers should use real-world examples, case studies, and hands-on experiences to show students see how accounting works. Teach technology and data analysis. Instructors should make sure students know how to use accounting software, data analytics, and other contemporary accounting technology. Offer specialized courses. Schools should offer courses in different areas of accounting, forensic accounting, and financial technology. Keep up with changes. Instructors should make sure they are up to date on new tax laws, auditing standards, and emerging technologies. Teach soft skills. CPAs need to be effective at communicating, thinking critically, and solving problems, so students need to learn these skills, too. Teach ethics. Ethics and professionalism in accounting should be taught to enable students to make good decisions while following professional codes of conduct. Encourage practical experience. Students should have opportunities to pursue internships and co-op programs to see what working in accounting is really like. Teach other subjects, too. Schools should offer courses that combine accounting with related fields including business, finance, or data science. Prepare students for certifications. Teachers should offer courses that help students prepare for certifications including the CPA, CMA, or CISA. Use digital resources. Schools can use online courses, interactive platforms, and other digital resources to help students learn. Work with the profession. Schools can partner with companies and organizations to give students exposure to the latest technologies and practices in accounting. Offer mentorship and career guidance. Students need help figuring out what they want to do after they graduate. Schools can offer mentorship programs and career guidance to help. Encourage research. Teachers and students should work on research that addresses new challenges in accounting. Teach global accounting. Businesses operate all over the world, so students need to know about international accounting standards and global tax issues. Use adaptive learning. Instructors can use technology that adapts to each student's learning style. Make accounting fun. To attract more people into accounting, schools should talk about how exciting it is and how many different things one can do with an accounting degree. By using real-world examples, teaching technology, and keeping up with changes, schools can help students become great accountants who are ready for anything. Filling the extra 30 credits. Adding technology-related coursework can help students prepare for the modern accounting landscape. Here are some of the benefits of using a tech focus to fill the 30 credits beyond a bachelor's degree. Better skills. By taking tech courses, future accountants can learn data analysis, data visualization, accounting software, and IT, which are all important for success. Competitive edge. Employers are looking for professionals who can use technology to improve efficiency and provide data-driven insights. New CPAs with a strong tech background can use this to their advantage. Adaptability. Accountants who understand technology can keep up with changes in accounting, tax, audit, and financial technology. Data-driven decisions. Tech courses teach students how to analyze large data sets, extract meaningful insights, and use data to make informed financial decisions. Automation. Technology knowledge can help accountants automate routine tasks, reducing the need for manual data entry and processing. This frees them up to focus on more important tasks. Risk management. Tech courses cover cybersecurity and risk management, which help accountants understand and mitigate cybersecurity threats and protect sensitive financial data. Audit technology. Auditors can benefit from technology courses that cover audit software, data analytics, and AI, enhancing their ability to conduct efficient and effective audits. Future-proofing. Preparing accountants with strong technology skills future-proofs their careers. As technology continues to advance, professionals who can harness its power will be in high demand. Compliance. Tech-savvy accountants can help clients comply with industry-specific tech requirements and regulations. Interdisciplinary approach. Combining accounting and technology courses gives an interdisciplinary perspective, which helps accountants understand how technology intersects with accounting, tax, and audit practice. It is important to strike a balance. A well-rounded accounting education should incorporate both traditional accounting concepts and technology courses. In the end, the decision to add tech courses to the curriculum should align with the goals of the educational institution and the needs of the accounting profession, as well as the preferences and aspirations of the students. The accounting profession is constantly evolving, and educational programs should adapt to meet its changing demands. Future changes. The public accounting profession will continue to advance digital technologies and business intelligence tools to increase the efficiency and effectiveness of tax and accounting procedures and improve the quality of accounting services in the next decade. New competitors will enter the market, such as remote accounting services and remote tax services, to provide dashboards for daily monitoring activities, environmental, social, and governance, ESG, reporting, and new cybersecurity solutions on demand. The modern accountant will bring more business value to firms and clients around the world through remote work. New digital accountants will be in greater demand because of their knowledge of statistical inference and technological tools. The ability to analyze data and interpret it in modern ways from big data sources is the key to success. CPAs with the skills to provide more digital data insights into business operations and processes will continue to be in demand and command higher salaries. The CPA Evolution Initiative will bring changes to the CPA licensure model starting in 2024, with a greater focus on technology in response to the shift in knowledge and skills required of newly licensed CPAs. As technology, including data analytics, continues to become increasingly vital to the accounting profession, it will be introduced in the new CPA exam not as a single discipline but throughout all exam sections. The CPA Evolution Initiative will introduce a core and discipline model to the CPA exam. The core will include 3 exam sections: auditing and attestation, financial accounting and reporting, and taxation and regulations, that all candidates will be required to take. Candidates will also have a choice of selecting one of the 3 disciplines that aligns with their interests: business analysis and reporting, information systems and controls, and tax compliance and planning. Accountants can help their clients adapt to the new normal of the post-pandemic environment by identifying the new disruptive technologies such as blockchain, AI, and RPA to achieve long-term productivity gains while enhancing cybersecurity. Olayinka and Twin, Cybersecurity and Data Privacy in the Digital Age, Handbook of Research on Digital Transformation, Industry Use Cases, and the Impact of Disruptive Technologies, 2022. https://doi.org/10.4018/978-51712-7.7.ch007. With AI-enabled tools, accountants can spend less time gathering, correlating, and summarizing information and more time analyzing, evaluating, and predicting the results or implications of the information and data. Robotic process automation, data analytics, and AI are collectively driving the transformation of the audit process. Brooks, 2020. Accounting, tax automation, and business data analytics will persist as part of business operations. The profession should work on more advanced modeling techniques in the field, which will continue to change over the next decade. The development of business information and related technologies has reshaped business ecosystems. Competition is increasing in accounting and tax automation, leading to higher demand for CPAs with specialization and skills related to business intelligence software. CPAs need to be prepared for the transformative events coming over the next decade. Winning with data: how financial data analytics is shaping the future of finance. CFOs and finance executives are seeking methods to utilize large data collections to make informed decisions. As the quantity and variety of data sources continue to increase, it is crucial for finance professionals to adapt to this swiftly changing environment. This blog will discuss the evolution of financial data analytics and how advanced analytics have revolutionized the finance industry. We will examine the main advantages that these tools provide, such as enhanced decision-making abilities and risk management strategies. In addition, we will investigate a variety of financial institution applications and discuss cutting-edge techniques such as machine learning and artificial intelligence. By comprehending these advancements in financial data analysis, you can ensure that your organization remains competitive in the current fast-paced business climate. Introduction. The importance of data analytics within the financial services industry is growing. Financial institutions are currently utilizing data analysis to acquire a deeper understanding of their customer base and make better business decisions. In recent years, the prevalence of this trend has increased as the advantages of large data sets for providing meaningful information have become more widely recognized. Large data sets of structured and unstructured information, such as those derived from social media, customer interactions, or market trends, can be utilized by advanced analytics techniques such as machine learning and artificial intelligence to gain insights into customer behavior or other business operations. Organizations are now able to employ advanced analytics techniques such as machine learning and AI to examine data, identify trends, and draw insightful conclusions. When it comes to utilizing big data for competitive advantage, the finance industry is no exception. Financial institutions are utilizing predictive analytics to obtain a competitive advantage by leveraging their own internal datasets or external sources for accurate insights, such as news feeds and social media conversations. In addition, they are concentrating on constructing robust systems for administering vast quantities of complex data while ensuring its security through stringent governance protocols. By effectively utilizing these tools, financial institutions can not only improve operational efficiency but also reduce costs associated with manual processes by automating certain tasks that would otherwise require significant resources if performed manually. In addition, they can benefit from enhanced decision-making capabilities because of access to real-time information required to make timely decisions that may have a positive influence on overall performance metrics such as profitability or risk management effectiveness. In conclusion, the prologue provides an overview of the historical development of financial data analytics. We will now discuss the evolution of financial data analytics in greater depth. The evolution of financial data analytics. Since its inception, financial data analytics has made significant advancements. Historically, financial analyses were performed manually using spreadsheets and manual calculations. Due to human error, manual calculations and spreadsheets were frequently unreliable, resulting in an inefficient financial analysis process. As the technology evolved, so did financial institutions' capacity to analyze their data more efficiently and precisely. The emergence of big data has enabled finance companies to swiftly make decisions based on large volumes of structured and unstructured data gleaned from a variety of sources, including social media, web activity, and customer records. Numerous firms in the finance industry are utilizing advanced analytics techniques, such as machine learning, to uncover trends that would otherwise remain concealed within vast amounts of raw data required for improved decision-making. Financial data analytics have advanced to the point where businesses can obtain a deeper understanding of their finances, enabling them to make more prudent decisions. This enhanced degree of insight and visibility lays the groundwork for the key advantages that can be realized by utilizing financial data analytics. Key benefits of financial data analytics. Financial organizations are placing a greater emphasis on financial data analytics. It can aid in making better informed decisions, thereby reducing the risk of losses and lowering expenses over time. By utilizing financial data analytics, organizations can realize benefits such as enhanced decision-making abilities, enhanced risk management strategies, and long-term cost reductions. Financial institutions can utilize a variety of data sources, such as structured and unstructured records, social media platforms, and advanced analytics techniques, such as machine learning or artificial intelligence, to obtain insightful information about customer habits and movements. This enables them to remain one step ahead of their competitors while making rapid decisions based on accurate data. Key benefits that financial data analytics provide for improved decision-making. Using multiple data sources, organizations can detect imminent threats with greater accuracy. Using predictive models that analyze historical data points to predict future outcomes enables financial institutions to take preventative measures against potential losses or misconduct cases. By utilizing automated processes such as artificial intelligence, AI, algorithms or natural language processing, NLP, to analyze large quantities of data simultaneously, businesses can save time and money associated with manual labor, thereby increasing departmental productivity. In addition, the detailed customer insights gleaned from financial analytics enable finance organizations to design products/services that strike the sweet spot of their target market, resulting in a higher return on investment due to increased customer retention. By compiling exhaustive customer profiles, finance organizations can gain invaluable insight into how various demographics interact with their products/services, giving them a competitive edge in an ever-changing market. Sentiment analysis and big data techniques enable them to comprehend not only what customers want but also why they want it, thereby enabling them to create customized offerings that strike the sweet spot of their target market. This ultimately results in a greater return on investment due to increased customer retention, giving businesses a competitive advantage. Overall, financial data analytics is proving invaluable in assisting finance organizations to increase profits through enhanced decision-making capabilities and risk management strategies, while reducing costs associated with manual labor processes. This provides a much-needed stimulus to numerous global financial institutions during these uncertain times. The principal advantages of financial data analytics enable organizations to make more informed decisions and optimize their operations. We will now delve into the applications of financial data analytics to obtain an understanding of how a business can leverage it. Key takeaway: financial analytics is accelerating the decision-making, risk management, and cost reduction processes of finance organizations. By leveraging automated processes such as AI algorithms or NLP, businesses can obtain valuable customer insights that enable customized offerings, giving them a competitive edge in today's dynamic market. Applications of financial data analytics. Financial data analytics has significant applications in financial forecasting and planning. Using predictive analytics, organizations can make informed decisions based on the data's tendencies. For instance, a company may utilize historical sales data to forecast future sales performance. This allows them to plan for the necessary resources, such as personnel and inventory levels, to meet customer demand. In addition, companies can use financial data analytics to identify potential market hazards and opportunities and adjust their strategies accordingly. In addition to risk management and mitigation, financial data analytics has important applications in risk management and mitigation. To effectively manage risk, businesses must first identify and quantify the various categories of operational risks through the analysis of financial data. Analyzing past performance patterns, industry trends, and macroeconomic indicators, among other factors that could impact an organization's bottom line, enables organizations to quantify these risks. Armed with this knowledge, businesses can then take preventative measures, such as diversifying their investments or instituting risk mitigation strategies, such as hedging against currency fluctuations, to safeguard themselves against unanticipated losses caused by external factors. Organizations can utilize sophisticated fraud protection systems that combine machine learning algorithms applied to large datasets containing transactional records or customer profiles with other techniques such as anomaly detection, fraud scoring models, text mining, and social network analysis to detect suspicious activities that may indicate fraudulent activity before they become too costly for the organization or its customers. This aids in ensuring compliance with applicable laws and regulations while preventing malicious actors from gaining access. Financial analytics enables businesses to derive meaningful conclusions from their financial data, thereby enabling them to make more informed decisions. Tools and techniques for data analytics provide a potent set of methods for exploring this data to uncover concealed patterns and relationships that can be used to enhance organizational performance. Key takeaway: financial data analytics can be used to predict future trends and identify potential hazards, allowing businesses to plan accordingly. In addition, sophisticated fraud protection systems that combine machine learning algorithms with other techniques safeguard businesses from malicious actors and ensure compliance with applicable laws and regulations. Data analytics tools and techniques. Financial institutions can use data analytics to gain insight into their activities, customers, and the economic landscape. With the proper tools and techniques for data analytics, finance organizations can make well-informed decisions that contribute to their success. In data analytics, statistical analysis and modeling are frequently used to identify patterns in large data sets. This form of analysis assists professionals in the financial services industry in identifying customer behavior or market movement trends. These models are utilized by machine learning techniques to anticipate prospective outcomes based on historical data. Models powered by artificial intelligence can also be used for forecasting purposes, such as predicting stock prices or loan default rates. Data visualization is an essential component of financial data analytics because it facilitates the interpretation of complex data sets by users. Visuals such as diagrams, figures, and maps can rapidly provide a comprehensive view of the current state of an organization or industry to facilitate effective decision-making. Predictive analytics uses predictive models derived from a combination of machine learning algorithms and statistical techniques, such as regression analysis, to forecast future occurrences based on historical data and trends. Financial institutions heavily rely on predictive models for risk management purposes, such as identifying potential fraud or loan defaults in advance so proactive measures can be taken before losses occur. NLP technology enables financial institutions to obtain valuable insights from unstructured data sources, such as social media posts or news articles, without the labor-intensive manual effort required by traditional qualitative research methods, such as surveys. This form of sophisticated analytics provides a unique perspective on customer sentiment that is inaccessible to structured quantitative approaches. In addition, utilizing NLP technology is a fantastic way to remain one step ahead and anticipate potential issues before they become a problem. Globally, the effective application of modern tools and techniques has enabled finance organizations to gain unprecedented insight into their operations while maintaining the strict data governance and security protocols required for compliance with global regulations. Tools and techniques for data analytics are potent resources for comprehending financial data, enabling organizations to make informed decisions. Finance executives can gain a better understanding of the potential implementations of these tools for their own businesses if they are provided with examples of their use in the real world. Key takeaway: financial data analytics is a potent instrument that enables financial institutions to obtain valuable insights into their operations, customers, and markets. Financial institutions can stay ahead of the competition by utilizing predictive models, machine learning algorithms, and natural language processing, NLP, to detect customer or market trends while adhering to international regulations. Real-world examples of financial data analytics. Financial analytics is becoming increasingly important for global businesses, as it enables them to make educated decisions regarding their finances and processes. As technology continues to evolve, so does its use in global finance departments. This article will discuss the benefits of financial data analytics and illustrate how a variety of companies have successfully implemented it. Tools and techniques for data analytics have become indispensable components of contemporary finance departments. From predictive analysis to machine learning algorithms, these technologies enable businesses to better comprehend and optimize their financial performance. By utilizing these potent tools, businesses can gain a deeper understanding of their customer base, market trends, purchasing patterns, and more, while simultaneously reducing the costs associated with manual labor and inefficient processes. Walmart's global retail division is an example of a successful implementation of financial data analytics because it uses predictive modeling software to analyze sales patterns across various stores to identify opportunities for cost savings or increased revenue generation. This procedure allowed the company to reduce inventory costs by 25% while increasing sales by 15%. American Express implemented a dynamic expenditure management system that utilizes big data analysis techniques such as natural language processing, NLP, and machine learning algorithms to improve the management of corporate travel expenses. Through this system, they were able to save millions of dollars annually by anticipating fraudulent transactions and generating more accurate budget projections based on historical spending patterns. Despite the potential obstacles presented by security concerns regarding sensitive customer information and a lack of personnel with the necessary skills to leverage these systems effectively, there is no doubt that financial data analytics, when utilized properly, can be an invaluable asset. It provides businesses with a competitive advantage over competitors who have not yet discovered or capitalized on its benefits, as well as tangible financial and operational benefits. Investing in financial data analytics may be prudent if it helps you obtain a competitive advantage over other businesses. In practical applications, organizations have demonstrated the viability of utilizing financial data analytics for obtaining insights and making more informed decisions. Exciting opportunities lay ahead in the field of financial data analytics, as innovative technologies grant access to ever-increasing quantities of data to identify profitable trends and patterns for enhanced outcomes. Financial analytics has become an extremely valuable asset for international businesses, allowing them to comprehend their finances and operations with greater precision. By utilizing predictive modeling software, natural language processing techniques, and machine learning technology, businesses have been able to reduce expenses while increasing revenue, a smart investment for remaining ahead of the competition. The future of financial data analytics. The future of financial data analytics is thrilling due to the constant emergence of new technologies and tools. Utilizing advanced analytics techniques such as machine learning, artificial intelligence, AI, natural language processing, NLP, and predictive analytics will aid organizations in gaining a deeper understanding of their financial data. Continuous learning and development are required for personnel to comprehend complex data sets so that businesses can remain competitive. Regarding the utilization of financial data analytics, the importance of data governance has grown. Organizations must take precautions to prevent unauthorized access to or modification of sensitive data. Audits and reviews of all extant processes related to collecting, analyzing, storing, and reporting financial data should be incorporated into security protocols. Organizations must invest in continuous training and development to equip their employees with the skills necessary to interpret complex data sets, allowing them to immediately implement these technologies. This should include topics such as machine learning algorithms, AI programming languages such as Python and R, and best practices for interpreting analysis results. Employees will be better equipped to make decisions that result in successful outcomes if they have a comprehensive comprehension of the employed technology, as opposed to having insufficient knowledge that leads to failure. Financial data analytics is an ever-changing field that necessitates the use of sophisticated methods and technologies to ensure accuracy, efficiency, and conformance. To remain competitive in the landscape of financial data analytics, global organizations must implement innovative regulatory reporting solutions. As we move into the conclusion, let's examine some important implementation considerations for such solutions. Conclusion. Financial analytics is an evolving technology with the potential to transform finance. Big data has provided finance-related organizations with access to a wealth of information, allowing them to make quick and accurate decisions based on both structured and unstructured data sets. By utilizing data from both structured and unstructured sources, financial institutions can make accurate and prompt decisions. Data governance and security are also crucial for organizations that use financial services, as they ensure that sensitive data remains protected from unauthorized access and misuse. Moreover, machine learning, artificial intelligence, AI, and other advanced analytics techniques can be used to further enhance decision-making in finance organizations by leveraging vast quantities of social media data or other external data sets. By utilizing these new technologies, businesses can obtain a competitive advantage over their rivals and contribute to the sector's innovation. For instance, AI algorithms can be used to automate processes like customer segmentation and fraud detection, thereby reducing the costs associated with manual labor and human error. In addition, predictive analytics tools can provide insight into future trends so that businesses can better prepare for any impending changes in market conditions or consumer behavior patterns. In conclusion, it is evident that financial data analytics are here to stay, and their significance will only continue to increase as technology swiftly advances and more powerful computing resources become more affordable. Consequently, it is essential for all finance professionals, including CFOs, to remain abreast of current trends to possess the essential knowledge required for making sensible decisions when managing complex business activities in today's dynamic environment. Decoding the power of financial data analytics. Keeping up-to-date records of your business finances is a definite indicator of growth and better decision-making. That's the reason why most enterprises prioritize financial data analytics to boost their business health. As per a U.S. research report, the market size of the financial data service industry in the U.S. was $19.82 billion in 2022. Furthermore, it's also projected that revenue share will increase by 2.1% to reach 23.7% by the end of 2023. Interestingly, more than half of the users investing in analytics are either from companies or professionals in finance and trading. Beyond any doubt, we can say that there will be a sharp increase in the demand for big data analytics and insights in the global economy, particularly the finance sector. With market changes and tech advancements, companies devise a future-proof strategy to cope with the existing and forthcoming challenges. From this perspective, investing in data analytics in banking and financial institutions makes sense. How, you ask? Go through this blog till the end and find out for yourself how financial analytics can boost your business growth. Table of contents. What is financial data analytics? Quick stats on financial data analytics. Top reasons to opt for data analysis in finance. Faster and informed decision-making. Risk prevention and management. Cost-effective investments. Trend identification and analysis. Fraud detection and mitigation. Better analytical transparency. Efficient resource allocation. Regulatory compliance. How can Blue Ant help in finance and data analytics? FAQs. What is financial data analytics? The basic definition of financial analytics outlines implementing a range of practices to assess and examine a company's financial health. It involves a series of techniques to collect, visualize, and analyze past and present data of an organization to determine its overall efficiency and performance. Finance and data analytics come together to deliver quality data insights and actionable reports. They're further used by enterprises to mitigate risks and make confident business decisions. Optimizing your business data for financial process management is a critical strategy for both small and big enterprises. In this context, the role of business intelligence and data analytics comes in for these purposes. For financial planning and future predictions to prepare for frequent market changes and needs. For getting detailed insights and records into the financial areas of the organization. It guides finance managers in analyzing financial visibility, revenue areas, net income, expenses, resources, etc. For storing data-defined inputs in one place and getting granular level views to analyze them for financial planning. For measuring and managing assets such as cash and resources for productive financial management and accounting efforts. Considering these key pointers, any business entity shall be interested to implement the future trends of big data analytics in finance. Let's catch some impressive facts and figures on the finance and analytics market. Quick stats on financial data analytics. Financial analytics is an integral part of business growth strategy and success. From detailed reports to informative visualizations, it involves different ways to modernize your business intelligence results to the next level. If you're still unsure about the benefits of financial analysis, then these statistics may change your mind. Nearly 63% of companies are using data analytics for improved efficiency and productivity. The market size of data analytics financial service providers in the U.S. grew faster than the overall economy. Inspired enough? Continue reading the next section and know how the benefits of financial analysis help a business like yours. Recommended reading. What is predictive maintenance and why is it important in field services? How hospitals can use data analytics in healthcare for better outcomes. How gaming analytics uses real-time streaming data to improve player experience. Top 8 reasons to opt for data analysis in finance. We already know that data analytics aims to apply financial statistics techniques to data so that enterprises can identify trends and solve problems. The role of financial data analytics revolves around similar objectives of dealing with market risks and uncertainties. With the introduction of big data in finance, many industries including fintech, trading, insurance, banking, and investment can future-proof their strategies against upcoming challenges. There are several financial data analytics available in the market. Let's give you more reasons to consider financial data analytics as a part of your strategic business plan. Faster and informed decision-making. Strategic planning is imperative to making the right business decisions. Whether you're a new entrant or existing for years, you may need insightful data to devise your plans. The methodology of data analytics in finance makes it possible to fetch valuable insights and utilize them in your company's favor. This advantage of business automation with financial data analytics empowers strategists to observe reliable insights in the form of tables, graphs, charts, and other visualizations. Enterprises investing in financial analytics services can evaluate their spending, product or service pricing, end results, profitability, and other parameters of business performance. It enables them to sort out the plans that are generating profits and refine those that are not working. Risk prevention and management. The demand for project risk management is one of the key growth drivers of the finance and data analytics industry. After all, it remains a major concern for almost every growing business. Financial analytics give ample options to help you foresee potential risks and prepare to mitigate them in advance. Let's say an insurance company recommends the best-suited policy plan to customers based on their age, interests, preferences, and other relevant data. As a result of financial data analytics, they use predictive maintenance for risk management and take relevant actions against the possibility of customer dissatisfaction. Cost-effective investments. Balancing between cost and quality is one of the biggest challenges of any enterprise with budget limits. In such cases, finance and data analytics come together to encourage cost savings and boost revenue rates. Industries depend on data analytics financial services to track the profitability of their expenses and check if they're worth it or not. Therefore, they can improve efficiency and cut costs. For instance, logistics can implement financial analytics for supply chain management and reduce the overall cost of their daily operations. There will be minimum expenses on fuel, resources, and repairs once you start investing in more efficient equipment and narrowing down the delivery process based on an analytical approach. This implies the need for supply chain localization as well. Discover how we implemented advanced financial analytics to leading enterprises. View case studies. Trend identification and analysis. One more benefit of financial analysis is an effortless analysis of your brand positioning and trends associated with it. Businesses can study the trends, financial status, and factors impacting overall growth over time. There are different types of data analytics techniques for enterprises intending to study their financial strength. For example, retail merchants keep an eye on industry trends and customer interests to strategize accordingly. They leverage big data in sales and marketing to understand what people like and what they don't. Financial data analytics gives detailed insights into the best-selling products, pricing changes, and demand peaks during seasonal sales. The advantage of data analytics in finance is not limited to the retail sector. Manufacturers, logistics, healthcare, and supply chain industries are also reliant on it for identifying and analyzing trends. Fraud detection and mitigation. Financial analytics also help in active fraud detection and prevention. Organizations keeping tons of confidential info in a data warehouse can use advanced data insights into suspicious transactions and identify them. Any fraudulent activity, including huge transactions and unauthorized access, can be avoided with analytical insights. No doubt, it's a powerful enterprise data management tool that also safeguards your business from bearing huge financial losses. Better analytical transparency. Data analytics gives access to a company's financial assets, resources, and expenses. This is advantageous for predictive cash flow forecasting, budgeting, and better allocation of resources. For example, the way data analytics in manufacturing improves production processes and efficiency, financial data analytics helps in meeting the demands and avoiding shortages. Efficient resource allocation. Facing issues with your business resources? You may not be allocating them in the right way. The benefits of financial analysis may be more promising than your existing resource allocation techniques. This will help you determine ways to cut costs and augment your profitability. However, you must hire expert financial data analytics service providers to proceed with this approach. Regulatory compliance. Adhering to standard regulatory compliance is crucial for your business's success. The advantage of financial analysis allows companies to identify loopholes in the regulatory system and take actions to dissolve them. How can Blue Ant help in finance and data analytics? Both business automation and advanced analytics have revolutionized the way organizations streamline their internal operations and reduce costs. With sought-after applications in the finance industry, the role of data implementation and analytics is more than important for a business aiming to optimize budgets at lower risks. At Bluent, our expertness in being one of the top-notch financial data analytics companies defines years of excellence and global presence. We help clients from finance, healthcare, retail, legal, gaming, and other industry domains refine their business goals with data-driven insights and result-driven decisions. Our key service offerings include big data management, big data analytics and insights, big data implementation, and predictive analytics. Want to optimize your finances more efficiently? Get expert data analysts at Bluent. Don't forget to explore our portfolio to learn what exactly we do. Frequently asked questions. What are the best data analytics tools and technologies to use? Most data analytics companies prefer using these tools and software for finance projects. FactSet Portfolio and Risk Analytics, Asset Map, eMoney, Right Capital, Brisk for Risk Monitoring, NuData. What are the challenges of financial data analytics? Enterprises face three common challenges while implementing financial data analytics in a business, and here are they. Data silos cause issues with data kept across different spaces, including systems, databases, apps, etc. Some issues may also arise while analyzing semi-structured data. Inappropriate governance can cause inaccuracy in data insights. 5 ways finance analysts use data to transform financial services. According to the Robert Half 2024 Salary Guide, financial analyst is now the most in-demand job in the finance industry. But where is data analysis used in the finance industry? Data analytics in finance refers to the process of examining vast amounts of financial data to uncover hidden patterns, correlations, and insights. Using a blend of statistical techniques, algorithms, and analysis tools, analysts transform raw data into meaningful information. This process plays a crucial role in decision-making, enabling firms to forecast market trends, assess risks, personalize customer services, and enhance operational efficiency. Let's take a look at 5 ways that finance analysts are using data to transform their organizations. 1. Enhanced risk assessment and management. Data analytics has become key in transforming how financial institutions assess and manage risks. This shift towards data-driven decision-making enables firms to dissect and understand risk in more complex ways. By harnessing vast amounts of data and employing advanced analytical techniques, finance analysts can uncover hidden risk factors and correlations that may have previously been undetectable. Credit risk. One of the key applications of finance analytics in risk assessment is in the realm of credit risk. Financial institutions now can delve deeper into a customer's financial history, lifestyle choices, and even social media behavior. Firms are then able to predict customer creditworthiness more accurately. This approach not only helps in identifying high-risk borrowers but also in crafting personalized loan offerings that align with the borrower's profile, reducing the likelihood of default. Market risk. Market risk analysis has also been revolutionized by data analytics. Finance professionals are able to analyze historical market data, current economic indicators, and even sentiment analysis from news and social media. They can then use this data to forecast market trends and volatility more reliably. This insight is vital to financial institutions making effective investment decisions and in hedging against potential market downturns. Operational risk. Operational risk management, a critical aspect often overshadowed by market and credit risks, is also benefiting from data analytics. Financial institutions are now using data to streamline their operations, predict and prevent system failures, and combat fraud. This proactive approach in identifying and mitigating operational risks both safeguards the institution and boosts customer confidence in the system. The integration of data analytics into risk assessment and management signals a major shift in the finance sector. It empowers financial institutions to foresee and navigate through the myriad of risks in today's dynamic financial landscape, ensuring stability. My department is focused on the availability of external data and how we can use data science techniques to strengthen our strategies and improve our risk definitions. We can apply data science to many areas of the business including fraud prevention, risk management, credit allocation, and customer analytics. Preeti Maurya, Credit Risk Analyst, New Day. 2. Personalized customer services. 90% of leading marketers say personalization significantly contributes to business profitability. And when it comes to the finance industry, a personalized touch in customer interactions has become a key differentiator for firms. Financial services firms are making big strides in understanding customer preferences and behaviors through data analytics. And deep insights are transforming the traditional approach to customer service, making it more tailored and responsive to individual needs. Thanks to data analysis tools like Python, firms can now aggregate and analyze vast amounts of customer data more efficiently. From transaction histories to online interactions, DataPoint offers a glimpse into the customer's financial journey. Personalized investment management. This customization ranges across various aspects of financial services. In investment management, for instance, firms are providing customized investment advice, taking into account the individual's risk appetite, financial goals, and past investment behaviors. This ensures a more suitable investment strategy for each client and fosters a sense of trust and alignment with the financial advisor. Individualized marketing and communications. When it comes to marketing and communication, personalization has taken a significant leap. Financial firms are now using insights from data analytics to create individualized marketing strategies. By understanding the unique financial needs and lifestyle choices of each customer, these firms can deliver targeted offers and messages that are more likely to resonate and engage. This approach enhances the effectiveness of marketing campaigns and strengthens the customer's connection to the brand. 3. Fraud detection and prevention. Finance analysts are increasingly turning to data analysis to bolster their defenses against fraudulent activities too. And this is proving to be an effective and necessary move. The integration of complex analytics and machine learning into fraud detection systems marks a major advancement over traditional methods. These technologies have the capability to process and analyze lots of data with unprecedented speed and accuracy. Machine learning for pattern recognition. Machine learning models rely heavily on pattern recognition. By analyzing transaction patterns and customer behavior, these models can identify deviations from the norm that may indicate fraudulent activity. For instance, a sudden spike in high-value transactions from an account that typically shows low activity can trigger an alert. Similarly, machine learning algorithms can detect complex patterns of transactions that are typical of sophisticated fraud schemes, something that would be nearly impossible for human analysts to identify quickly. Applying data analysis techniques to fraud detection and prevention strategies has numerous benefits, including significantly reducing the time taken to detect fraud, thereby minimizing potential losses. Improving the accuracy of fraud detection and reducing false positives that can inconvenience legitimate customers. Providing a dynamic defense mechanism that constantly learns and adapts to new fraudulent tactics. This enhanced capability in detecting and preventing fraud is crucial not just in protecting the financial assets of institutions but also in safeguarding customer trust. In an era where digital transactions have become the norm, customers demand both convenience and security. 4. Operational efficiency. Financial analysts are also using data-driven insights to drive improvements in operational efficiency. And in doing so, they're becoming an asset to other departments in their organizations as well. Financial services firms are also using analytics to identify inefficiencies and bottlenecks in their processes, leading to more streamlined operations. This not only cuts operational costs but also improves the speed and quality of service delivery, a critical factor in customer satisfaction. 5. Market trend analysis and forecasting. The ability to anticipate market movements is akin to holding a crystal ball in the finance industry. Data analytics has emerged as this crystal ball, giving financial firms powerful tools to analyze market trends and forecast future market dynamics with greater accuracy. Financial firms are delving into years, sometimes decades, of market data to unearth patterns and trends that signal future movements. This historical analysis isn't limited to mere price movements. It encompasses a range of variables, including trading volumes, market volatility, and even the impact of geopolitical events. Such in-depth analysis provides a solid base for understanding market behaviors and preparing for similar scenarios in the future. Analyzing market sentiment. Beyond historical data, another critical aspect where data analytics is proving invaluable is in analyzing market sentiment. Natural language processing, NLP, tools can gauge the mood and outlook of the market by scraping and analyzing text from vast amounts of news, social media feeds, and financial reports. This sentiment analysis, when combined with traditional financial metrics, gives a more rounded view of the market dynamics. The integration of economic indicators into analytics models adds another layer of precision to market forecasts. Financial firms are using these indicators to understand how factors like interest rate changes, inflation rates, and unemployment rates influence financial markets. This enables firms to predict not just stock market trends but also other critical financial dynamics like bond yields and currency fluctuations. Conclusion. The future of finance is undeniably intertwined with data analytics. And finance analysts are at the helm of this revolution, steering organizations towards greater efficiency, security, and profitability. As the industry continues to evolve, the role of data and those who adeptly analyze it will only grow in significance, marking a new era in financial services. If you're interested in learning data analysis to enhance your finance role, get in touch via the form below or find out more about our Level 4 Data Analyst Apprenticeship. This topic focused on the application of data analytics in accounting and financial functional areas. The topic began with an overview of data analytics in the finance domain and the focus on measuring uncertainty using financial data analytics. Next, we did an overview of data analytics in the accounting with a look at applications in auditing and bankruptcy prediction. Then we looked at the need for data analytics skills in accounting careers and educational pathways toward obtaining those skills through degree programs and professional certifications. We then returned to financial applications with a focus on applications, tools, and software. The topic concluded with a discussion of best practices and pitfalls in the application of marketing data analytics. This topic focuses on the application of data analytics for management and productivity improvement in the business operations side of the firm, producing quality products and delivering efficient services. The topic begins with an overview of supply chain analytics in healthcare and support for more efficient ordering and delivery of the inputs needed to support healthcare operations. Next, we examine business intelligence and the use of databases and data warehouses for supporting the data reporting and data visualization necessary for operations management decision support. The topic concludes with an exploration of operations analysis and the overall benefits from a strong operations analysis support in a variety of use cases. How to use data and analytics to optimize healthcare supply chains. Measuring performance in supply chains today is overwhelming given the vast quantities of supply data generated by IT, information technology solutions, from raw materials to customer data. But effective data visualization and the application of advanced analytics is critical in the transition from a reactive supply chain to one that predicts potential changes and acts accordingly to negate negative impacts and drive positive outcomes. While types of supply chain processes vary from one industry to the next, there are core elements of supply chain data analytics that can be leveraged across the board. Healthcare supply chain leaders are increasingly applying lessons learned and best practices from other industries that have achieved optimal supply chain performance through effective supply chain analytics. In doing so, they are transforming unstructured data into descriptive and predictive analytics to operate with greater efficiency, accuracy, and cost savings. Let's take a look at the state of supply chain analytics today, including types of analytics for supply chain analytics tools, and how healthcare supply chain teams are leveraging analytics for supply chain optimization. Table of contents. What are supply chain analytics? Types of supply chain analytics. The value of analytics for healthcare. Areas that benefit from advanced analytics. Real-world examples of analytics in action. How to get started with supply chain analytics. Supply chain analytics tools and software. What are supply chain analytics? Supply chain analytics involves the use of data analysis tools and methodologies to analyze, interpret, and optimize various processes within the supply chain, such as procurement, production, distribution, and inventory management. Supply chain managers can leverage these insights to improve many aspects of their supply chains: production processes, demand forecasting, transportation management, warehouse management, distribution networks, etc. By doing so, organizations can find opportunities to improve efficiency, reduce costs, enhance customer satisfaction, and mitigate risks using actionable insights and facilitating data-driven decision-making across the supply chain network. In most health systems and hospitals, the data required for healthcare supply chain analytics and healthcare supply chain optimization is scattered. It can be locked up in different IT systems that don't speak with one another, example ERP, AIR, WMS. When supply chain teams rely on manual, paper-based processes, data capture and recording is largely reliant on manual intervention, example supply chain personnel or clinical team member keying information into the ERP or AIR. Sources of supply chain performance data include Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP, System, Item, Supplier, Pricing, Procure to Pay, P2P, Contracting Data. Electronic Health Record, AIR, System, Clinical Product Utilization Data. Supply Chain Management, SCM, System, Automated Inventory Tracking Data, from RFID tags, barcodes, item-level data, example expiry dates, warehouse and logistics data. As more health systems and hospitals transition to cloud-based systems and automated, digital supply chain processes, they can integrate these data sources and apply analytics to enable a data-driven healthcare supply chain. The role of data and analytics in supply chain optimization. With supply chain playing a more strategic role in healthcare organization operational, clinical, and financial outcomes, data and analytics are critical. In the past, supply chain teams were largely reactive, addressing issues as they occurred, example back orders, stockouts, and correcting errors after the fact, example PO errors, invoice discrepancies, because they lacked real-time visibility to data and control over processes. Today, with process automation, system integration, digital data access and healthcare supply chain analytics tools, supply chain teams can continuously measure and track key performance indicators, KPIs, to proactively improve performance. Types of supply chain analytics. As healthcare increasingly embraces digital transformation and employs more modern data strategies, predictive and prescriptive analytics will play an essential role in building the supply chain of the future. Jonathan Hodges, VP of AI and Enterprise Analytics, GHX. Advanced Analytics Chart: The Future of the Healthcare Supply Chain, 2022. There are four main types of supply chain analytics that support informed decision-making and help organizations adjust to market changes. Descriptive analytics. Descriptive analytics examine past events in the supply chain and help identify anomalies, patterns, and trends. In the case of healthcare, this category of analytics can be used to determine what supplies are consumed in clinical care, in what quantities, at what frequencies, by which departments. From this statistical analysis, supply chain management can identify patterns in specific supply usage, such as seasonal surges, and use this information to inform strategies. Diagnostic analytics. Once an issue or trend is identified using descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics help find the root causes of problems, enabling organizations to address issues at their source. This could involve more advanced data analysis techniques, such as drill down, data discovery, and data mining. In healthcare, for example, descriptive analytics can uncover that something occurred, example perioperative services ran out of an item. Diagnostics analytics can be used to determine what caused the event or issue, example PAR levels were set too low. Predictive analytics. Predictive analytics are used to forecast future outcomes based on historical data. Techniques such as machine learning, regression analysis, and other predictive modeling methods are employed to identify trends and make predictions about future events. Predictive analytics are crucial for proactive supply chain management, helping organizations to anticipate issues, optimize inventory levels, and improve demand planning. Prescriptive analytics. Prescriptive analytics are the most advanced type of analytics, which not only predict future outcomes but also suggest the best course of action to take in response to those predictions. This type of analysis utilizes advanced tools such as optimization and simulation algorithms to provide recommendations on how to respond to future events. In the realm of healthcare supply management, prescriptive analytics can be used to ensure the right supplies are reliably available for patient care. USF Health's Morsani College of Medicine offered the following example. By implementing automated dispensing cabinets, ADCs, with prescriptive analytics capabilities into their infrastructure, inventory management systems can develop better plans for how they can keep their facilities stocked. Supply chain analytics benefits for healthcare. Today, supply chains involve tremendous cost pressures, continued supply chain disruptions, and a growing emphasis on linking medical/surgical supplies to patient care quality and outcomes. Therefore, supply chain leaders need visibility into their operations and the ability to control them. Supply chain analytics can be applied both up and down the healthcare supply chain to analyze supplier resiliency, supply availability, logistics network effectiveness, costs, usage, and other factors, even predict future demand and predict future outcomes, clinical, financial. Reduce costs. Analysis of supply procurement and usage can guide supply chains in reducing costs. Examples include right-sizing inventory levels to reduce waste, standardizing on items to reduce variation and maximize contract savings, even collaborating with clinicians to link clinical and supply chain data to determine if specific supplies lead to costly adverse events and readmissions. For example, in comparing two clinically equivalent items, one that costs twice that of the other, they might find use of the less costly option leads to fewer surgical site infections, infections where the hospital would be responsible for covering the cost of treatment. Improve patient service. The main goal of supply chains in any industry is to meet customer demand. In healthcare, that means ensuring supplies are available to clinicians and patients when they are needed. There are many data sources and analytics methods that can be applied to support supply availability, from analyzing supplier sources of raw materials and components, through to analyzing customer data, example clinician usage, to identify patterns and trends. Lack of critical supply availability can negatively impact patients, their care quality, as well as their experience and satisfaction in many different ways. For example, a patient's scheduled surgery is cancelled because the required knee implant didn't arrive on time, or maybe the wrong size implant arrived. From a patient service perspective, that means not only having to reschedule the procedure, but also likely making arrangements to take more time off work, engage a family member or friend to drive them to/from the hospital, find child/pet care, etc., along with having to live longer with knee pain. Improve operational efficiency. Statistical analysis of processes can help leaders uncover inefficiencies and address them. For example, an analysis of procurement and shipping data finds requisitioners in different departments are placing separate orders to the same supplier multiple times per month, leading to the procurement team having to process multiple purchase orders, PO, and the accounts payable team having to process multiple invoices. The supplier is also shipping multiple deliveries each month that the warehouse team must receive and process. Working with stakeholders to consolidate orders to the supplier and shipments from them alleviates the procurement, AP, and warehouse teams of unnecessary work. Increase agility. Analytics for supply chain can increase agility, particularly when it comes to managing stockouts, back orders and other potential disruptions. Leveraging data to identify alternative, approved suppliers of clinically equivalent products in the event of an availability issue, procurement can quickly pivot to ensure clinicians have the item when they need it. In terms of customer service, the ability to predict future demand by analyzing past supply consumption trends makes supply chain increasingly agile in supplying what clinicians need in the days, weeks, months ahead. Commonly used items are available to clinicians, without them even asking. Better decision making. Analytics in supply chain planning ultimately improve decision making, enabling leaders to make decisions based on data-driven insights as opposed to inaccurate, incomplete information and best guesses. Leveraging a cloud-based ERP solution with analytics capabilities, machine learning and artificial intelligence, that is integrated with other systems critical to supply management and tracking, example AIR, supply professionals have at their fingertips real-time insights to quickly make the right choices for their organizations, clinicians, and patients. How to implement analytics in healthcare supply chains. Historically, healthcare supply chain leaders, in particular, faced an uphill battle accessing the data they needed to perform analytics for performance. Establishing and measuring any level of supply chain analytics in the days of manual processes and legacy systems lacking integration typically required significant time and effort from the healthcare organization's IT or business intelligence, BI, teams. In other cases, they had to rely on their IT system vendors, data scientists or data engineers to assimilate and normalize unstructured data, perform the data analytics, and return to them analytics that were understandable and usable. In either scenario, by the time supply chain management had data analytics in hand, they were likely outdated and their value limited. Modern supply chain analytics have come a long way as health systems and hospitals have evolved to cloud-based enterprise resource planning, ERP, systems and digital processes that can seamlessly integrate with external systems. The introduction and implementation of supply chain management, SCM, solutions featuring advanced analytics capabilities have put the power of data analysis into the hands of leaders. But data and supply chain analytics software alone is not enough to make supply chain analytics actionable. Talent is critical. Supply chain managers today need to understand the value of supply chain data analytics, and how to apply them in supply chain planning, in business transactions with supply chain partners and in their efforts to meet consumer demand, example clinicians and patients. Here are 7 steps to get started with a healthcare supply chain analytics program. 1. Identify data sources. Data relevant to analytics in healthcare supply management can span a broad range of IT systems in a health system or hospital, including ERP, AIR, and SCM solutions, standalone inventory management systems, financial systems, etc. The scope of the Healthcare Supply Chain Analytics Initiative will determine which systems must be tapped for data to inform the process. For example, if a supply chain team wants to determine its primary distributor's backorder rate, they may be able to access this data through their ERP system. On the other hand, if healthcare supply chain optimization efforts are broader, as in assessing how individual products impact total cost of care, the required data sources will be broader in scope as well, encompassing the ERP, AIR, and financial systems, maybe additional systems/sources as well. To establish a data foundation. Once the supply chain team has identified the systems that will serve as data sources for analytics in supply chain management, it needs to determine how it will assimilate and normalize the data from these systems in a single location. Complete, accurate, and up-to-date data is the lifeblood of any healthcare supply chain analytics program. Supply chain teams that attempt to manually piece together disparate sources, example in Excel spreadsheets, run the risk of incomplete, inaccurate, and erroneous data that will impact the validity of their analytics, and in turn, the effectiveness of their healthcare supply chain optimization initiatives. Modern supply chains generate data from a multitude of sources. Integrating data from these disparate sources into a cohesive and unified analytics platform can be a complex undertaking. Data may be stored in different formats, structures, and locations, requiring careful data integration strategies, stated the Internal Association of Business Analytics Certification, IABAC, in a recent article too. As more health systems and hospitals transition to cloud-based technologies, system and data integration become more streamlined and accurate. In its March 2023 article, Rethinking Healthcare ERPs Using Cloud-Based Platforms, consulting firm Grant Thornton stated, for any healthcare organization to operate efficiently and effectively, its AIR and ERP systems must be interoperable and compatible. Interoperability enables sharing of data across patient and clinical systems, as well as administrative and financial systems. The cloud enables the use of the same technology across the organization, ensuring predictability and confidence in the data. 3. Implement a mechanism to maintain data integrity. Healthcare supply chain data is not static, rather, it can change millions of times per day. Take for instance item master data. Suppliers make 10 million item data changes each year and GPOs make 30,000 contract changes each month. To maintain data integrity, leverage a cloud-based technology solution for item master maintenance, such as GHX Data Connect for Cloud, which continuously verifies and validates information, data sources, example PO history, contract data, and connections. In an industry white paper, Ryan M. Schaefer, MBA, Avera Health's manager of MMIS, supply chain, described how adopting a cloud-based solution for item master data management has enabled the healthcare system to standardize data across its 5 item masters for greater accuracy and process efficiency. He stated, "Through automation, we receive suggestions of product or catalog number changes relevant to our organization, review the changes and then quickly approve those items and have them scripted back into our system so that all 5 item masters are updated efficiently and effectively." 5. 4 target areas for improvement. Within the scope of the Healthcare Supply Chain Analytics Initiative, target areas where improvement will have an actionable impact aligned with the supply chain team's goals, or broader health system or hospital goals. Wondering where to start? The Association for Healthcare Resource and Materials Management, ARM, offers key performance indicators, KPIs, that set the standard for supply chain management in the healthcare field. 6 ARM keys for supply chain excellence include KPIs for supply chain performance such as perfect order rate, percentage of purchase order lines with expedited shipping costs, supply accounts payable, AP, days, health systems and hospitals that engage in digital, automated procure-to-pay, P2P, transactions through the GHX Enterprise Exchange for Cloud can measure and track KPIs such as these based on their transaction data through shared dashboards with their suppliers. 7. 5 benchmark performance and set goals. Supply chain teams starting out on their analytics in healthcare supply management journey might find it helpful to understand how they compare to peer organizations, example similar sized, similar product mix/volumes, or industry-leading practices in terms of performance metrics. Various organizations, such as Gartner, offer general healthcare supply chain benchmarking figures that health system and hospital supply chain teams can use to guide their healthcare supply chain analytics programs and set goals. 8. Healthcare organizations that transact business through the GHX exchange have real-time access to their own performance metrics, and those of their peers and suppliers based on their digital transaction data. Through GHX exchange dashboards, they can set goals and track performance for their chosen KPIs. Each year GHX honors top-performing supply chain teams based on these metrics through its GHxcellence, Supply Chains of Distinction and Millennium Club Awards. This year's winners will be celebrated at the GHX Summit 2024 being held May 13th to 16th in Austin. 9. 6. Implement change. A supply chain team has established a credible data source for analytics, targeted areas for improvement and set goals. Now it's time to act on this information. Based on the insights surfaced through the healthcare supply chain analytics, the supply chain team can enact changes aimed at boosting performance in its chosen areas for improvement. For example, to move the needle on a healthcare supply chain optimization initiative focused on increasing its rate of perfect orders, the supply chain team identifies suppliers with which it has the most exceptions and works with them to address the root causes of purchase order, PO, and invoice exceptions. Or perhaps the team is leveraging its data-driven supply chain to address an internal performance metric, such as percentage of high-dollar items that expire before being used. In this case, they can engage the clinical team involved in the management of this inventory in a collaborative effort to prioritize use of items nearing expiry. 7. Monitor and measure performance. The objective of a healthcare supply chain analytics initiative is to improve performance through targeted interventions. Therefore, having a mechanism for ongoing monitoring and measuring of metrics is a critical component of success. When measuring impact on healthcare supply chain optimization, supply chain teams can attempt to manually crunch before and after numbers. What's more efficient and accurate, and far less time and labor intensive, is to leverage automated analytics tools that measure impact for you, and monitor it over time. How healthcare businesses are using supply chain data. Ready for real-world impacts of analytics in healthcare supply management in optimizing supply chain in healthcare? Here are some examples. Using contract compliance to improve margins. Learn steps taken by the Mount Sinai Health System supply chain team to reach their margin improvement goals and examples of strategies that work to improve order accuracy, contract data quality for contract negotiations, and consistency in contract management in this GHX Summit 2024 breakout session recording 10. Watch it now. A proactive and resilient process for managing back orders. Empowered with unbiased, vendor-agnostic data and embracing a collaborative culture and with access to the right tools, Corewell Health supply chain team has tackled some of the most difficult procurement challenges. In this GHX Summit 2023 breakout session, team members describe innovative measures implemented to build a more proactive and resilient process for managing back orders. 11. Access the recording. The perfect order metric. During a GHX Summit 2023 Summit 20 talk, GHX's Dan Soltsa defines the perfect order metric, the KPIs that comprise the metric, and how healthcare providers and suppliers can track it through tools, including the GHX Perfect Order Dashboard and Trading Partners Scorecards. 12. Watch it here. The Ottawa Hospital drives supply chain automation. Want a quick take on healthcare supply chain analytics success? Check out this 2-minute interview with Tracy Dennis of the Ottawa Hospital where she discusses how she and her team focused on processes and tools to drive automation within supply chain, earning them a GHxcellence Award as Provider of the Year, Canada. 13. Watch the 2-minute video. Tuck's Clinical Supply Optimization delivers $8M plus in savings. During the 2023 Supply Chain Summit, GHX honored the University of Kansas Health System, TUCS, with the Elevating the Clinically Integrated Supply Chain Award as part of its 2022 GHX Excellence Awards program. The TUCS Clinical Supply Optimization, CSO, team uses evidence-based analytics to optimize clinical, operational, and economical stewardship. They are dedicated to ensuring the right product is available at the right price and the right time for the right clinical team using the right supplier. 5 rights. By doing so, the CSO team has delivered over $8 million in savings for TUCS. How to get started with healthcare analytics. A solid foundation for a successful supply chain analytics program includes trustworthy data, defined goals and ways to measure them, supply chain analytics technology that presents data analysis in an understandable and actionable manner, and supply chain talent knowledgeable about how to use supply chain analytics to drive better performance. Data analysis. Supply chain analytics can involve data from many different data sources depending upon the organization and its goals: customer demand data, sales data, business process data, inventory management data, data from supply chain partners, etc. Regardless of the data type and source, supply chain analytics based on junk data are going to generate junk results. Using unreliable analytics to guide supply chain strategy will likely result in negative business implications. Therefore, analytics techniques must be built on a foundation of accurate, complete, timely, comprehensive data. When pulling disparate data from different sources, it is important to transform raw data into structured data that the supply chain analytics platform can understand and process. Today's analytics platforms can employ business intelligence and artificial intelligence tools, such as machine learning, to normalize data and make it useful. Supply chain analytics goals. Then there is the decision of what the supply chain team wants to measure. What are the supply chain analytics most important to the organization? What are the supply chain team's performance goals and the key performance indicators, KPIs, they should leverage to measure their process toward achieving these goals? While leaders of supply chains must determine what KPIs matter most to their organizations, there are industry resources available to help guide their decision-making. Gartner's checklist of supply chain metrics, which is organized by business processes, and includes metric-focused descriptions and sample metrics. ARMKeys for Supply Chain Excellence is a resource specifically for healthcare supply chain key performance indicators, KPIs. Supply chain analytics technology. The human brain cannot process the vast amounts of data required for advanced supply chain analytics. Therefore, supply chain teams require advanced supply chain analytics technology, such as cognitive analytics, to perform the analysis for them. In a recent Gartner survey, Chief Supply Chain Officers, CSCOs, identified advanced analytics among the top 2 emerging technology investments. The approach to supply chain software development and implementation depends upon maturity of the organization's supply chain networks, and what resources they have in-house, what they are trying to achieve in terms of supply chain performance, and certainly budget and resources for implementation and usage of the supply chain analytics tools. A strong healthcare supply chain technology and solutions provider with experience in cloud transformation and advanced supply chain analytics can help healthcare organizations bridge capabilities gaps. Examples of supply chain analytics tools. Global Healthcare Exchange provides a range of supply data and analytics tools for healthcare providers and suppliers. For example, Category Optimization by GHX Lumira uses data pulled directly from a health system to provide evidence-based savings strategies, spend and physician utilization insights, and tracking capabilities to ensure accuracy and compliance. GHX Provider Intelligence helps improve operational and financial performance with comprehensive information to identify supplier trends and contract utilization metrics. GHX Data Connect for Cloud delivers expanded item data that includes clinical attributes, purchase order history and contract data all in your ERP. SYFT Synergy Hospital Inventory software enables hospitals to gain much greater traceability, visibility, and accuracy of supplies and resources from dock-to-dock trademark with real-time integration to key components of the ERP, AIR, MMIS and ORIS. Consignment implant order automation helps improve consistency, increase visibility, manage pricing more effectively and better control the invoice-to-payment process for implantable devices. Common FAQs about healthcare supply chain analytics. Q. What are the challenges of implementing supply chain analytics software? A lack of system integration and poor data quality and completeness are major challenges to supply chain analytics software deployment. Q. What are the best practices for using supply chain analytics? Setting a successful foundation for supply chain analytics includes establishing goals for your analytics program, integrating systems that contain the data you require, establishing an accurate and complete data source, implementing a cloud-based system with advanced analytics capabilities, and engaging supply chain team members who are willing and able to take charge of your analytics initiatives. Q. Can small healthcare providers also benefit from supply chain analytics? A. The development of intuitive, easy to implement, technology solutions for process automation, Digital data capture and analytics has made it possible for virtually all healthcare provider organizations to apply analytics in healthcare supply chain management, regardless of their size and resources. Q. What are the key metrics to track in healthcare supply chain analytics? KPIs for healthcare supply chain optimization span the supply chain spectrum, from metrics on procure to pay, P2P, performance, through to product utilization at the point of use, PO, and subsequent patient outcomes. When optimizing supply chain in healthcare, stakeholders should select metrics that align with their department and organization's goals. Q. How can I measure the success of my supply chain analytics initiatives? Establish supply chain key performance indicators, KPIs, aligned with your organizational goals. Then align your supply chain analytics initiative with these KPIs. That will allow you to baseline, measure, and track performance and progress toward your goals over time. Q. How does emerging technology integrate with healthcare supply chain management? Cloud-based solutions, including enterprise resource planning, ERP, systems, and automated and digital processes are streamlining system and data integration for healthcare supply chain analytics. Q. What are the challenges in implementing data analytics in healthcare supply chains? One of the greatest challenges is establishing a complete, accurate, and up-to-date data source for data-driven healthcare supply chain initiatives, and continuously maintaining its integrity. Healthcare organizations that still rely on manual processes and disjointed systems typically have the toughest time in taking this foundational step for analytics in healthcare supply management. One of the greatest challenges is establishing a complete, accurate, and up-to-date data source for data-driven healthcare supply chain initiatives, and continuously maintaining its integrity. Healthcare organizations that still rely on manual processes and disjointed systems typically have the toughest time in taking this foundational step for analytics in healthcare supply management. Operational analytics, implementation, best practices, and use cases. In this era of big data, operational analytics presents both a challenge and an opportunity. The data tsunami arrives from different sources in real time, overwhelming an unprepared team. However, this same data gives businesses a competitive advantage if they master it with the right technology and approach. This article explores how operational analytics works, including use cases, best practices, and implementation steps. Also, learn how to use data to guide daily decisions, streamline processes, and grow revenue. Inside this article, Operational Analytics versus Business Analytics. How operational analytics works. Benefits of operational analytics. Operational analytics use cases. What is operational analytics? Operational analytics is about using real-time data for daily decisions. Relevant business information flows from many sources into tools that analyze that data and identify problems and opportunities. This actionable data is then used by teams to inform their decision-making. Although it is a subset of business analytics, operational analytics focuses on immediate action. With traditional analytics, IT specialists or analysts mine information stored in data warehouses. Then, using sometimes complex algorithms, they produce weekly, monthly, or quarterly reports that executives use to make strategic decisions. Today, however, companies must keep up with rapid changes in the business landscape. Operational analytics makes insights available in near real time for staff who need to address support tickets, repair remote equipment, or adjust pricing or sales tactics. In addition, operational analytics empowers predictive analytics by leveraging data mining and AI to connect data points. For example, this approach processes data and sends it to tools such as help desk and social media messaging platforms. This unified effort helps businesses achieve operational excellence. Operational analytics differs from operational performance analytics, which provides current information and historical trends and KPIs. Operational performance analytics helps you pinpoint the business problems you want to solve. Knowing your goals enables you to choose the right data analytics setup and statistical models. Operational analytics help teams keep up with client demands. Customers expect better products and services and nearly 100% uptime. To provide that, businesses need to operate efficiently. Learn more in our article on how to improve your operational efficiency. Key takeaways. Operational analytics enables companies to keep pace with rapid changes in the business landscape. Data from multiple sources flows into systems that provide actionable insights on the fly. The benefits of operational analytics include smoother operations, lower costs, better products and services, and ultimately happier customers. You can use operational analytics platforms in many fields and functions, such as agile development, customer support, and predictive maintenance. Operational analytics versus business analytics. Operational analytics helps teams make decisions in the moment. Business analytics, on the other hand, focuses on trend data to inform strategic planning. Operational analytics covers customers, orders, inventory, and other pieces of the operations puzzle. Business analytics uses mainly historical data. The business analytics approach studies historical trends and displays the results in dashboards, typically used by leadership. For example, business intelligence dashboards might show how long a product takes from the customer placing an order to when the packaged order leaves the warehouse. Such insights help with staffing and processes. Read our article on business intelligence examples to learn more. The operational analytics approach delivers insights not only to leadership but also to managers and frontline workers. This approach automates previously manual data gathering tasks, such as searching and sorting on spreadsheets. The process guides decision-making in everyday transactions. What's the difference? Operational analytics versus business analytics. Business analytics. Operational analytics. Reviews historical trends and patterns. Analyzes and produces insights in real time or near real time. Produces daily, weekly, or monthly reports on KPIs. Updates dashboards in real time or uses automation to trigger decisions or events as part of a workflow. Reacts to patterns to create strategic plans. Predicts future activity and prompts action. Provides a high-level, long-term view. Provides a view into daily operations. How operational analytics works. Operational analytics works when companies combine multiple relevant data sources. First, the information goes to a data warehouse where it can be sorted. Valuable insights then flow to operations teams so they can act right away. One top data source today is Internet of Things, IoT, or connected devices. Other common sources are remote sensors, point of sale, POS, systems, customer relationship management, CRM, platforms and enterprise resource planning, ERP, software. With operational analytics, all employees can access the results of rapid, complex calculations that previously required specialized IT or BI analyst skills and spreadsheets. These analytics now become part of automated workflows. For example, the system can surface communications from high-value customers from among thousands of complaints and questions. Why you should use operational analytics? You should use operational analytics because it enables prompt decision-making at scale and can help teams solve problems. As a result, employees can make good decisions, quickly. Operational analytics also reveals trends and patterns that you might not otherwise see in large volumes of raw data. Shifts the emphasis from customer surveys. You're not asking the customer for insights after the fact, you're observing how they behave. Improves production capacity forecasting. Reveals ways to streamline a variety of processes. Reduces downtime because you can see problems as they occur or even predict failures. Optimizes self-service analytics. Authorized employees can pull data and visualize it as they need it without involving IT or specialized analysts. Benefits of operational analytics. The benefits of operational analytics vary based on department, but a common thread is the ability to predict problems and respond to oncoming issues before customers even notice. Overall, operational analytics reduces downtime, increases productivity, and improves forecasting. Operational analytics makes connections for you. You don't have to go into each data source or program to do tasks yourself, such as identifying product use in one tool and then relaying that to your email engine. The resulting benefits include the following. Improved customer experiences. Operational analytics can help teams troubleshoot problems as they arise. Precise intelligence can offer customers personalized deals and experiences. Improved customer satisfaction. Reviewing trends helps companies identify new products and services to offer customers. Faster decision-making. Make smarter decisions every day rather than waiting for quarterly or monthly reports. Operational analytics provides information to the people who have the ability to tweak processes and workflows. Increased productivity. Operational analytics can reveal waste and duplication of effort as well as limiting manual steps, such as updating spreadsheets and sending email asking for data. Increased profits. Machine learning and statistical models highlight efficiencies that help you save money. More team member engagement. Everyone has the power to make better decisions based on improved intelligence. Why is operational analytics important? In this age of cloud computing, mobile devices and IoT, companies accumulate large volumes of data. With traditional approaches, much of it sits unused. The insights that operational analytics make possible help companies avoid problems and find opportunities. On an employee level, teams can now use all that data to make better daily decisions, head off problems and satisfy customers. How is data analytics used in operations? Data analytics systems provide operational insights that vary based on industry. The commonality is that these tools compile real-time data and put it in the hands of people who can act on it right away. That increases efficiency, improves customer satisfaction and reduces costs. Analytical models can help solve supply chain problems for businesses. For example, BOPI, or Buy Online, Pickup in Store is popular with customers, but physical outlets must have stock available for pickup. Modeling helps with inventory management by forecasting demand based on geography. Systems can also generate reports on shopper behavior to influence how retailers price items and schedule sales. Operational analytics use cases. The use cases for operational analytics apply to many fields, from banking, e-commerce, and finance to marketing, manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, sales and utilities, and run the gamut from customer support to agile development. Almost every metric tracked through operational analytics ultimately traces back to customer satisfaction. Satisfied customers should help your bottom line. The ability to see a user's activity and, more importantly, learn what attracts them gives you the information to meet their needs more effectively and efficiently. Specific operational analytics use cases include agile development. Dev teams can leverage operational analytics to provide near real-time feedback on product use patterns so companies can improve their apps based on how people actually use them. Customer support. Smart systems can detect first-time users of internet-enabled products or services and offer proactive welcome messages and quick start guides. For higher-value products, customer service reps could reach out with a text or phone call to welcome clients or help with problem setups. Personalized offers. Complex analysis can go beyond demographic segmentation to create a 1:1 relationship. For example, a store might input a customer's blouse size and color preferences and automatically send a personalized email when new stock arrives that would appeal to the buyer. Predictive maintenance. Services from SaaS providers to utilities can use real-time data analysis to monitor for malfunctions. For water utilities, remote sensors provide regular data feeds, and divergence from expected usage models can highlight pipe breaks and leaks before customers report street flooding. An internet service provider could spot a power outage or downed wire and dispatch a team, then post an expected fix time before complaints roll in. Risk modeling. Banks and lending institutions use the predictive capabilities of operational analytics systems to assess credit risk based on customers' past purchases and payment histories. Platforms can also apply analytical models to volumes of data to detect patterns of fraud. Cross-selling. Predictive analytics leverages the power of your existing customer base to increase sales. The modeling can suggest new products for clerks or websites to recommend, such as an automotive supply store suggesting its wiper blades to an existing tire customer. Churn reduction. Winning new customers is one of the most expensive undertakings in sales. With operational analytics, models can detect when customers are at risk of leaving and tempt them with new offers. For example, a restaurant may email a customer who has skipped her weekly lunch order with a coupon for a free side of fries with the next sandwich. Marketing. By analyzing customer activities and online behavior, predictive analytics correlates buyers to potential purchases and shows the best channels for promoting new products to the existing customer base. Prioritizing work. Operational analytics platforms can present choices so operations staff can act on them. For example, a customer service platform might sort through incoming tickets and automatically push requests from loyalty club members to the top of the line. Examples of real-life operational analytics in action. A range of companies use operational metrics and KPIs to analyze masses of data and deliver customized customer experiences and preventative maintenance, among other benefits. Customized experiences. Amazon uses data on past purchases and product views to tailor what a user sees with each page visit. Nissan tracks e-commerce sites to determine what car models and colors are popular in geographic regions. The Land O'Lakes Food Company uses data analytics and AI to set prices. Preventive maintenance. Shell uses predictive analytics to determine the functional life of drilling machine parts. Understanding when components will fail saved the company millions in inventory storage costs. Duke Energy, an electrical utility based in North Carolina, implemented a predictive analytics program employing sensors in 50 power plants. When a turbine began returning unusual vibration, maintenance staff discovered loose bolts, potentially saving millions from a complete malfunction. Operational analytics best practices. Operational analytics best practices are all about asking the right questions and having the right data. When you understand the problems you want to solve, analytics expands beyond collecting and describing historical trends. The approach displays predictive capabilities. Customized data analysis software. Ensure that the correct data goes in. Find out how the system notes missing values. Platforms often impute or assign values based on reference to the processes the data contributes to. Investigate the data model to check results. Decision-making must be analytics-based. Even with analysis, companies may still use a manual approach to decision-making. This approach may impede their ability to action analysis results. Build analysis capabilities. Use descriptive analytics and key performance indicators to build your operational analytics savvy. Descriptive analytics consider what has happened. KPIs provide a way to track patterns. Use business questions to determine the data and data model. What answers does the business need? For example, will master data about suppliers and customers, reference data about currencies and compliance, or transactional data about orders and payroll serve best? Then consider what data model can best transform this data for your purposes. Incorporate outside data. Data is never perfect. If you have doubts about collecting data, try using free data sets or buying data from services. Another option that requires less storage and potentially reduces errors is data sampling. How to implement operational analytics. To implement operational analytics, start with your business goals and operational goals. Second, determine your operational KPIs to support the goals. Third, make sure the data you need is available and accurate. Then, choose an analytics platform and train the team on it. Finally, implement the system and adjust as necessary. Here are the more detailed steps to implement operational analytics and KPIs. Determine or confirm your goals. This step applies to your overall business goals and operational goals. Talk to senior executives, department managers, and team members to ensure everyone is aligned. Determine or confirm your operational KPIs that support the goals. You must measure the right data points that drive operational efficiency and effectiveness. Again, make sure all levels of the company are aligned. If not, make sure everyone is aware of areas of disagreement. Evaluate them and confirm the approach with the decision makers. Ensure data availability and accuracy. Ensure that you can access the necessary data, which may originate in different platforms and departments. Identify any obstacles and plan to overcome them or work around them. Choose an analytics platform that ties together all the necessary data points. Today's platforms can offer real-time data and dashboards to help optimize operations from start to finish. Conduct your selection process needs thoroughly and carefully. If you already have a platform, ensure that it provides the necessary data and displays it in a user-friendly way. Train the team to use the platform. Make sure the team sees its potential to find inefficiencies and optimize your operations. Do a test implementation. You might try a few data points first to ensure everything is working. Then, confirm with the people using it. Fully implement the system. Again, talk to the people using the system to ensure it's working as expected. If not, consider adjustments and make them. Revisit the system. Make sure in the coming weeks and months that everything is working properly. Report on how operational analytics are helping or not helping meet goals. You might find that you need further adjustments, such as a new KPI or goal.